You hear anything? Hmm. Yo, what's up? What's up, guys? West Coast Wednesdays. What's going on? We are in the building. Got in a little late last night, so my bad on that. But it's all good. We're here. I was trying to play some music and stuff, but for some reason it's not working. But that's I'll figure that out later, I guess. Technical difficulties. What's up, Yee? What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? It's another West Coast Wednesdays. One more week closer to week one versus Atlanta at Atlanta. Can't wait.
Yes, sir. We lost you for there for a second.
My bad. I was just excited for week one. We got to get that dub, man.
Yeah, so have you been watching any of the practice? I noticed that our boy E-Rock and Gail are out there, and Chris. Shout out to Chris Molly. They're out there watching the boys practice and stuff. You've been seeing that on on the gram and stuff.
I think they went to the first practice yesterday. I don't know. I don't know if they're there today, but
I know. Chris Molly is out there. I've seen him. He's talking about how Jalen Hurts is improving each practice. So that's good to hear from him. And also, E-Rock and Gail saw Mr. ESP. If you guys don't know who that is, go check him out on Twitter. You know, he does a lot of hot takes and stuff like that. Some of them not good. You know, I'll admit I get kind of pissed off. But he was. They were talking about the whole sickness, that mystery stomach bug that Mr. Jalen Hurts received before we played the Patriots, and you know he just kind of laughing at it, thinking that it's pretty much nothing going on, wasn't serious or anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take it. You know that's the end of it. I don't want to. You know, there was a rumor that it was diverticulitis or whatever, so I think that's gonna pretty much expel that rumor, because if it was that serious, the whole NFL would be all over it, and we'd be talking about another situation. But so I guess take it with a grain of salt, that info. But ESP, he's always out there. He's pretty much an Eagles insider, so. I guess it's good that he's saying that it's nothing really serious. What's up, Rashad? Jalen Hurts is in the building. Yes, sir, man. You're looking good out there. It's almost game time, so just keep, hitting your reads. Make everything nice and nice and smooth out there. I hear voices. Yeah. I was trying to play some music, man, but for some reason it's not letting me, man. I think they're trying to hate on me. 2 more days till last preseason game. Thank God, because I don't know, this preseason has just been a little bit weird to me. some little good things happen, like Quest shining out there. He did like some sort of catch. I don't know if you saw it, and he landed on his back, and that was kind of a worry, because I don't want Quest to be injured. So, he's out there today, so that's a good sign that it wasn't nothing serious, because we do not need no injuries. You know what I'm saying? And what's up, Jock Taco, here on the West Coast, man? Appreciate you tuning in when I had Mr. Mark Holmes on the show yesterday, Mr. Dallas, man, over there. It was a good show, us getting to know each other. So that was pretty cool, learning, a little bit more about Mr. Mark Holmes and his Dallas stinking Cowboys, which, we're coming for that. We're coming for that NFC East, We're doing that.
Can't wait for week 3, brother.
The past is the past. That's very true. It's yes, Birdman. My parents had diverticulitis. You see, yeah, man, it's very serious, man. I'm actually gonna be having a surgery, to end that stuff that I've been having, because I've been dealing with it for a few years now, and it's not the most comfortable thing because when you get those aches and pains, man, it's no joke, man. That's why when someone did mention it, like it hit home with me. Hello, my friend, Josita. Is that how you say it? Josita Ali? Man, that was a crazy name. Where are you from, man? I'm glad. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Get all the notifications when we do our West Coast Wednesdays. I appreciate every single one of you. It means a lot. It means a lot to the channel. It's growing and growing, and I can't wait till eventually we hit Mr. 1 grand up there, and the celebrations and the giveaways. We'll be doing another one at when we hit 300. So look out for that. The season's gonna be coming up, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of cool collabs. Trying to get like rivalry teams on here. Like I'm gonna be. Hitting up Slita. So Slita, it's almost game time. We're gonna get in a UFC match or boxing match, whatever it is, fight match. It's gonna be on, because I'm gonna bring the lightning, the fire, and everything, and we're gonna talk about who's gonna win, and it's finally gonna go down. Mr. Jalen Hurts versus Matt Ryan. You know, Kyle Pitts, the Devontae, everything is gonna finally be out there like a UFC pay-per-view event, and I can't wait for this Eagles Atlanta game. It can't get here soon enough because I just feel, how you're training for a fight and everything, or if you're a softball player or baseball player and you've been just training and training and training. Yeah, it's just it's time, guys. It is time to just put up or shut up. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait for that Atlanta game. Can't get here any sooner, man. Yeah, I seen that catch too. Yeah, the Quez, is a nice catch. So luckily, thank God, it wasn't worse. So he's out there doing some work. Oh, Sita, give me the light. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It goes a long way, man. Thank you for tuning in. F the Cowboys. True, true. I'm subbed up. That's how I knew you were coming on. LOL. Thank you, man. Like I said, I appreciate it so much. Shout out to Jock Talk. Always out there in the comments. Very good insight, man. Maybe he should do his own show today because he does have a lot of Eagles knowledge, a lot of football knowledge going on out there, Mr. Jock Talk. I've been riding with you for some time, my dear. Big hug. I'm going to sleep. All right. Well, I don't know what time it is over there, but thank you for tuning in, and we will see you soon. Get some rest. I guess Fulgham had 2 good days against the Jets. Yeah, that's going to be very interesting to see who's going to make. It's like, dude, I don't even know what's going to happen, man. It's like JJ, Arcega Whiteside, Fulgham. I guess, he's been doing okay. Tough decision, I guess, who's going to be that, I guess, the fifth, right? Fifth or sixth. Hightower still, he's been injured, right? Hightower, is that correct?
He's back though. He's back.
He is back. Okay. All right. Let me see what's going on Twitter real quick. So let me. Well, let me ask you right now before I look on there. So Yee, what? I know we got one more preseason and stuff, but out of the NFC East, besides the Eagles, who, in your eyes, do you think is out of the Giants, Cowboys, and Washington? Who do you feel is looking the best out of camp? From what you've seen.
I heard the Washington Redskins been having a great camp. They're they already coming in with one of the most raw talent. D lines and their back end, they're pretty good. Um, I've been hearing a lot of good things coming out of there. Uh, the Giants. I heard they're having a lot of difficulties. Getting their practice together, having a lot of
Okay.
issues with their players and joint practices and all that. And then the Cowboys, they're over here, on TV, the Hard Knocks. They're over here, you know, telling stories about Dak. Is Dak going to be ready, or if he's not? People are concerned. Some people are not. I don't know. I don't know what dilemmas that's going on out there, but I think the Washington Redskins are the ones that we should be worrying about more than the rest. Maybe the Cowboys, depending on the if Dak will be available, or
Yeah.
how long he'll be available. That's the real question. Because if he is, he's coming in with a surgically repaired ankle, and he's been having issues with his throwing arm, his shoulder. Um, how much punishment would he be able to take? You know, and how long would he last? We all hear Dak being reliable, Mr. Reliable, due to you know him being available. But who knows, man? Things change. This is the NFL.
Shout out to Jock. He says he wants JJ gone. Washington to him has looked the second best. Dallas and Giants have sucked. That's true. Hard Knocks making part. Really? What did they do now? I haven't seen the latest Hard Knocks, but I will say this. Shout out to Balt. If you guys are subscribe, go check out Baldy Breakdowns. Baldy Baldinger. He does a lot of highlights. Breaks down a lot of film. I recommend you guys go check him out. But I noticed that he keeps showing Micah. Is it Mika or Micah? Or does it matter?
Mika Parsons.
Mika. They show a lot of Mika. He's really high. He's showcasing Mika over there. So we'll see what happens
To be
when he
honest
goes
with you,
out there.
bro, I seen a couple of those preseason games,
Okay.
and Mika Parsons been all over the field, man. Tackling. There's been he's recovered an intercept. He think he recovered a fumble. He's done a lot, bro. I honestly think that was a good pickup for the Cowboys. They have a really stacked linebacking core, and that's going to be to me, in my perspective, I think that's going to be their Achilles heel. They have one of the best linebacking cores in the NFL right now.
That's good. That's dope. Um, yeah. So they're gonna the defensive line and our defense line. It's gonna be a good game when we play Dallas. So right here, Bleacher Report has released their power ranking for all 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL, and they have Mister Jalen Hurts at 31. Um, I- I guess we'll take it. Other than not having him in the top 32, but he is at 31, which I think it should be Carson Wentz with that stinking performance he did last year. I don't know why we're putting him higher than 20 and all that stuff, because you're going off of like years before. You should be going off of what he did last year, and what he did last year was pretty damn pathetic. I think he was the worst quarterback in the NFL. Was it his fault? That's for another subject, but I guess we're gonna have to take it.
I'm cool
So
with it. Rank him wherever you want to rank him, man. He's gonna turn some heads out there. I believe that.
more fuel for the fire.
Exactly, man. I am not hating on that. Let them talk, because they're gonna. And then they're the ones gonna be less in the dust.
That's right. All right. And okay, so we have so the people in the chat, you one more thing about Washington. What have you heard about Fitzpatrick? Have you heard anything good about Fitzy? Yee.
I haven't heard nothing bad about him.
Nothing.
Nothing good, but sometimes,
Nothing good, nothing bad, huh?
yeah. But sometimes when there's no news, I mean, nothing's. When there's no news,
Well,
sometimes you think,
what I mean is like how they'll well on Twitter and stuff like that, but you'll see some nice highlights or anything, or let's say Fitzy throws a nice bomb to whatever receivers are out there. I haven't really seen anything like that to show me that Fitzy's having a great camp. You know what I'm saying? Like usually there's something. I haven't
yeah,
really seen anything. I see. Well, they haven't even really showing. Actually, if you think about it, now that I think about that, I mean, we get to see some plays because we check Twitter and all that stuff. We got E-Rock, all the guys are actually out there, taking photos and videos and stuff like that. But I would have to say that for the quarterbacks for the NFC East, I haven't seen too much like hype videos on our QBs, man. If you think about it, not too much going on other than with like it's Philadelphia Eagles related. But as far as like the whole, um, all the other teams, like I really haven't seen, Daniel Jones being talked about so much. Uh,
at the beginning, they were talking a lot about him having him throwing interceptions to open corners and linebackers. I mean, you
right,
throwing picks to open linebackers and corners. That's not good.
right,
And then the other, the Cowboys are the other team that you've been hearing a lot about their quarterback because of his injury and
uh-huh.
if he's going to be available or not. Besides Dak, Dinucci or Pucci, he ain't cutting nothing.
Right, right.
He ain't ready. So to be honest with you, how do you evaluate a team offensively when your main piece is not even there throwing? So that's something that I just food for thought. How do you evaluate the offense and the potential juggernaut offense that everybody's implying with the triple threat of the whiteouts and then the emergence of Pollard and what's his face Zeke Elliott being lean and working out and all that. How do you see that put on the field when you have a backup quarterback that's been trash?
With regarding to Danucci,
Well, just in general, man. How do you evaluate? How do people come up with these power rankings or how the rankings of the offenses when the Cowboys offense is ranked higher than most and their starting piece is not even 100%, you know, confirmed that he's going to be week one starter, or how long will he be out, or if he's going to start, how
that
how
is true. That
how
is
far from
true.
100% is he? Can he throw? Can he throw more than 10 yards? I mean, there's
Yeah,
reports that he's been throwing, but he doesn't throw more than 10 yards.
yeah, that is gonna be something. And like I was telling Mark Holmes, is like, I was thinking that Dak's gonna need at least, and I believe me and you already talked about this before, but I believe that Dak's gonna need at least a month and a half to get in that comfort zone. Mark, when I was talking to Mark Holmes, Dak's probably used to, they had him throwing a lot, right? That's why he's got those numbers. A lot of those numbers were trash can yards, but yards need nonetheless. So the thing is that Dak's not going to throw 50 times a game anymore. He's going to need the horses to come in. He's going to need, Zeke the freak or whatever, Zeke the freak over there and Pollard are going to have to pick up the slack because let's just face it, they're not. You cannot throw like he cannot do 50. If he's throwing 50 times in a game, I'll call it right now. That's going to be a loss. That's going to be a loss because with throwing 50 times a game comes those interceptions, man, and that's just facts. That's just what it is. Zeke is
And
gonna.
I don't even know he'll be able to even throw that much.
That's
He'll be
true
probably
too.
around the 30s per game.
Well, if you have a back like that, if the Eagles had a back like that, we're gonna have to run it like that. And Mark Holmes was saying that he wants the offense to kind of throw him some out. Like he wants Dak to throw it to him. Like little swing passes, other than running up the middle, because everybody's prepared for that because they know Zeke. If Zeke's in the backfield, they know he's going to run up the middle and all that, and the D lines are going to be prepared for that. So they're going to. Mark is hoping to do a little razzle dazzle, some outside passes, swing passes, and
So what?
and
So what he's saying that Zeke is more of he's they're going to use him more as a screen and as a backfield catcher. I
yeah,
don't even think he was more. He's always been a bruiser to me. He's
right,
never running
yeah,
back where you hand the ball off to him. I
and I don't
really don't
know.
remember him being very good at receiving the ball out in the open field or on the screen game. He to me in previous years he's always been that third down back. Where he's right there gaining those yards through the big boys.
Yeah,
But
so
I mean, if they add that dimension to that game, I mean, I don't see him having any issues, running through some linebackers or safeties. That'll probably be even easier on him.
right. Let's see.
Something that
Shout
we
out
don't want to see.
Shout out to Coach Dante. What's up, man? Make sure you hit that like for me. Much love going out to Coach. I know he's following the Eagles and the Houston. And shout out for you guys beating the Dallas Cowboys on the preseason. Fitzpatrick does his old shit. Let's see. Looks okay and then looks bad. That's very true, man. Very true. We're doing good, Coach. Hope everything's going good with you. Prayers to everybody. We don't want no one to get sick. My kids went to school today, so prayers for them and all the kids, all the teachers, and everything. That everything goes well. No one gets sick, man.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the Raiders game, Aaron?
Am I ready myself? Almost. Well, I'll be ready. Like, once my truck is getting done and everything's done, and I got my tickets, and I'll be officially ready. But I have my hotel and everything like that. But yeah, I'm almost there, man. This last week in September, I just got to work that OT so I can get the truck because I just got a quote for the Eagles logo to be put on my truck, and I'm looking about like it's gonna be over 1,000, like maybe even $1,200 because it's gonna be the big old eagle on the side of the truck. But I'm gonna be looking to see if I could just have someone design it because he's charging me $400 just to do the design on the computer. But I'm gonna see if maybe wifey could just do it for me, or I'm gonna talk to my homie that does the stickers, and then I'll just probably kick him down with some change, save me some money on the design. But it's gonna be the bird on both sides of the truck, and once that's done, then I just finish painting that off, and then get the rest going, the tires and get the tires, rims, and the lift, man. Because the Birdman is gonna be coming through, and I'm getting it ready for all the tailgates, all the partying going on. I'm getting the truck ready for that. The Birdman's truck. And I need to get my license plate. I'm giving me that Birdman license plate.
Nice.
Patriots traded.
Dude.
Yeah. Patriots traded Sony Michelle to the Rams today. Yeah, I heard that. They're trying. Rams might be trying to sneak in because they got to pull it off because that division is gonna be tough as hell. Let's see. Hey, Coach Dante, converted Eagles fan. Yes, sir. He's repping now. He's in the dark side. So CBS. Let me put it up here a little bit. Read this article. There it is. CBS ranks Eagles as top 3 young offensive core in the NFL. And it's a love-hate relationship with CBS because sometimes they'll be saying the god awful things about the Eagles, and sometimes they say something pretty good. The Eagles went from one of the oldest teams in the league to one of the youngest relatively quickly as the team enters a new regime under Nick Sirianni. Out went aging veterans Alshon Jeffrey, Jason Peters, amongst others. An injection of youth soon followed. Let's see. There's the players right there. Hurts, Sanders, Gainwell, Rager, Quez. I guess they already put Fulgham up there. Devontae and Dallas Goddard. Man, that's a lot of young talent in Philadelphia. I'm not particularly high on Hurts, but the rationale behind the statement is for the article. Sanders feels like he's been an Eagles lead back for like 5 seasons. He's only 24. We saw what Watkins can do with the ball in his hand in Philly's first preseason outings. The 4.35 he ran at the combine legitimately translates to the field, and Fulgham was a glimmer of hope in the Eagles receiving unit last season. Oh, yeah. Then there's two first rounders, Rager and Smith. If healthy, they can compete wideouts who win with separation, ability, yak juice, and ball tracking mastery downfield. This is a young, fun core. End quote right there. And there is Mr. Victor Williams at the Philly Pod. He does reports on Eagles. Let's see right here. Yeah, I remember that. I just got to catch that, man. Once he starts cleaning that up, man, that's gonna be a thing of beauty, right? Do you see that, Yee?
I seen that. That was
Yeah,
last year, huh?
yeah. I believe that was the last game. But
Man, I just can't wait, man, to see what these guys can do on the field. The trio of wideouts, and then Jalen Hurts under center. We haven't really seen too much of it, but besides the joint practices that we get, back and forth. Um, how do you feel about how the Philadelphia Eagles are handling their offseason? Do you want to see Hurts out there or some of the starters out there get some playing time in real life games, or are you good with what his approach is you know combining these joint practices as you know games and calling it, instead of playing 3 games, we're playing 7 games. What do you say? 3 plus 4, yeah, 7 games. Um,
yeah, shout out to Big Play in the building. Make sure you hit that like. Thank you for tuning in. Goes a long way. Jock Talk, what's good, man? Um, yeah, so to get back what you're saying, okay, so I don't remember being in this kind of situation with the birds like this. I usually get to see, what's being advertised. If you go back to like, when they said the dream team word, their dream team and all that, you saw everybody getting showcased, and I'm just kind of used to that stuff, man. This is like kind of new to me. Everybody wants me to just pump the brakes and calm down a little bit because I'm there's thinking I'm gonna kind of taking the preseason a little bit too hard. But to me, especially with the whole Jalen Hurts thing, and then not crowning him, the starter and this and that, you know, well, if you're not gonna claim him as a starter, then why can't I see him on the field? Why didn't he have a quarter? If you were not going to play him in the Patriots game, he should have had a whole quarter done with, and this would have been over and done with, over and done with, And I just like this is so new to me. I almost like get anxiety because I it's like what are they, they're just giving these tidbits on. You guys keep showcasing the practice, But then when it's preseason, it's like we get nothing. Like, I mean, there's some good stuff, we're seeing on the defense and things like that. But the threes and fours that were out there just provided no spark and no energy. And you would think that these dudes are watching the ones and twos and trying to earn a roster spot to get pumped up. Because I don't know if you saw the Rams and the Raiders game, but the backups were playing with they were like trying to rip each other's head off. Now, I don't know if it's because the stadium was that high because Raider fans were trying to they pretty much took over the Rams stadium, kind of like the Eagles.
The
But
second home of the Raiders.
I don't know if you saw that preseason, but these dudes are trying to rip each other's heads. So I was just like, man, what's going on with the Eagles? Not to say that it's like some of them were putting the heart in, but some of them I just felt like they were just kind of like, we already played them tough in the practice. So I'm not used to this, man. I'm used to seeing it when it's, game time. So this is like, I think this is the first time ever I felt this kind of weird with the preseason. Now, I just hope that we're right. Nick Sirianni is bringing it. He doesn't want to, show the cards. He doesn't want to show his hand. So if that's what it is, okay. When we play Atlanta, oh man, when we play Atlanta, I want to see what this guy is holding because his hand is going to be dealt then. When we play Atlanta, we're going to see what cards Nick Sirianni has.
Well, all I do hope is that Sirianni, establishes a good game plan against Atlanta. Uh, I want to see any flatness at the game on the game. I expect him to be able to, keep his word. You know, he's keeping these guys off these preseason games to keep them healthy or to not show so much. But then again, some of these players need some touches so they can
Yeah,
get back into their groove. Shed some rust or whatnot. But I don't know. He's a new coach. He has his new. Every coach and their groups have you know, their ways to do things, and this is going to be another testament to this guy's tenure here. If this route worked or not, we'll soon find out. You know, I honestly feel like that Jalen Hurts should have had at least a couple series.
yeah,
Now that we know that the sickness of his stomach or his whatever bugs or whatever, it was true. But I feel like he's gonna have to put at least a quarter in against the Jets just to get him in rhythm. I heard reports, that in these camps and these joint practices, you're not allowed to touch the quarterback.
yeah.
So how do you you know game plan like game speed and live tackling and all that? How do you prepare for that during these simulated practices?
That's
You know,
true.
so if a pass rusher is beating like today, Diller was getting manhandled. This guy was half the practice he was on his ass. You know, when that happens during those joint practices, what happens with the pass rush? Like, does he roll out? You can't get touched. So you're
Yeah,
gaining. You're instead of you having 3-4 seconds, after the snap, you're getting 5 4 4 5 seconds to throw the ball due to you know, these precautionary measures that these guys are going through. How do you simulate that to game speed? You're not going to see Jalen Hurts hold the ball to 4 or 5 seconds off, and then he's going to roll
right,
out. How do you simulate those unless it's in real game speed? That's what I want to see. I want to see his reaction. I want to
right.
see his clock, his inner clock, how it will work in game-like situations, and that's
Yeah,
what the
because
preseason is there for. You can't. You're not. How are you gonna? I get that we're dominating these practices, but in reality, to me, how do you replace that with live reps? I just don't
true.
understand. I mean, I get it. I do get it. You simulate it. You get down to the to the point. You make these routes. You're trying to see these guys play one-on-one, individual. You know, you know, they're trying to scheme that down. But how do you when it gets to week one, when we get to week one, how prepared do you think these guys are gonna be playing without
Right.
any of these practice?
Shout out to Joey Shakes. Excuse me. Shout out to Joey Shakes. You know, he's saying, "Wow, they actually said something good about us." Yeah, right. They finally they're throwing us a little cookie out there. If the first team don't play, you really can't take it as serious. That's true. To value joints over preseason games, not comfortable with it. And I'm right there with Joey because this is something that we have not seen. This is something different where I just I just don't see it. You know, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe me and Joey and whoever else agrees with us, maybe we're wrong. And come when we play the Falcons, it's all on the paper and on the field, and everything comes together, and we're all shocked like because we haven't seen it yet, and everything works just fine. We lost Yee real quick, but he'll probably come jump back in. But it has to. This all has to work. Like I'm not used to seeing something like this. You could look good at practice and warm-ups and all that stuff, and we see the catches. Yeah, we see the catches. We're looking at Twitter. We see everything that's going on. So it's just very strange to me. I don't think that the Eagles are going to be playing this preseason, like the starters at least, maybe some twos or whatever. But I honestly believe that they're not going to play any starter. We're not going to see Jalen and all that because they just can't risk the injury. I believe that we're not going to see anything. Let's see. What's Jock Talk saying? What's up, Joey? The only good thing is the Falcons can't see what we're going to do. Yeah, they could just look at the highlights on Twitter, right? The same thing that we're seeing, and that's not going to help them. Vinny Curry out for your blood disorder. Was that today, Jock Talk? Did that happen today? Man, prayers up to Vinny Curry, man. He's on the Jets, right? Yeah, I think he's on the Jets. That's sad, man. What's up, Jordy? How you doing? What is going on, Jordy? Make sure that you guys go check out Jordy. I'm not sure how many subs he is at right now. Let's see. Jordy, how many subs you at right now currently, Jordy? Make sure you guys subscribe to him. Up and coming Eagles content creator. We got to support the Eagles content creators out there. Well, Rams haven't played starters in preseason for a couple of years now. Yeah, and it's crazy. You know what's crazy about that, Jock Talk, is that they've been getting into some fights, man. When you watch, they just got into fights with Dallas and everything. They've been, they take it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it seems like they're taking it really serious when they're playing like Dallas out there. You got Aaron Donald, fighting. Who was he fighting? Was it Mika or I forgot who it was? They were scrapping in there. But they take their little practices really really serious, especially when they play opposing teams, especially like Dallas. And McVay has been doing pretty good. He had a so-so season last year, but they were still in the mix nonetheless. So they're still doing good. You ready, Yee? Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up, man. You good? Yo, Yee, give me a thumbs up. You ready? All right, here he comes, guys. He's back in action.
Sorry,
you traveled to another Twilight Zone, man. Jock Talk was talking about that the Rams really they don't play their starters in preseason, and it's been a couple of years like that for now. And then Vinny, did you hear the news on Vinny Curry?
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate, man. But it's unfortunate for him for his NFL career. But it's good that they caught that. His life is greater than playing football.
Yeah, and and he's a Super Bowl champ. He went
And I
out with
respect that
style.
guy. That guy's
Yeah,
always been. That guy is a Eagles fan. He, how crazy is that? He's an Eagles fan. He played for the Eagles. He was drafted by the Eagles, and he won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. I mean,
that's
how
rare
lucky
is
is
that.
that guy?
Yeah, that's blessings, man. That's blessings.
And
And
due to
and
due for him to playing NFL football, he was able to get diagnosed with a blood disorder, which is another thing of being able to being a football player, getting diagnosed and getting better treatment and better diagnosis by these doctors. So good for him.
right, right. Jets now three or so deep. Wait, Jets now last three or so defensive linemen or DE. Oh, for the oh wow that they're totally out.
Yeah, they've been
Jet-
losing a lot of players due
oh,
to season-ending injuries.
jeez, man, that's not.
Vinny Curry is one of them, and then there was another one that tore his ACL, I think.
Man, that is some
It's unfortunate
unfortunate
for these
news,
guys,
man.
man.
Trying to look up something real quick.
Are you gonna be able to make it to another game this year, Birdman?
I seen some tickets out there going. Um, Not too bad. I'm thinking I might make a. You know what? You know what? Now that you speak about it, what game is intriguing me is the Dallas game, dude. The
I,
tickets are
I heard
cheap, bro.
the tickets are not that expensive. The
Oh
only
yeah,
thing
they're
is,
under.
I got a good buddy of mine that's a Cowboys fan, and he had tickets to that game, but
What happened?
he decided to sell his tickets because the state of Texas, they're not following all these COVID rules. So a lot of people out there are not wearing masks, and it's not mandatory still. And they're not mandatory. It's not mandatory to be vaccinated. A lot of people are just out there partying, doing their thing. So a lot of people are getting sick. There's a lot of people getting sick out there in Texas, according to some of the sources that I've
Well,
and if you're not required to wear a mask, you're not required to do anything for those games. My boy
yeah.
kind of backed out. He's like, yeah, I'm a Cowboy fan, but my family's
Is he?
health it's safe. It's better.
Does, does he have the vaccine?
He does. But
Okay.
he was supposed to take his kid. He was supposed to take his kid
Oh,
with him, and
I
you know
feel
how
you.
that goes. You're not able to get vaccinated till a certain age. Um, so he said he's gonna end up going to the Chargers game. So he sold his tickets to the Cowboys Eagles game, and he's going to the Chargers.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's intriguing though, man. Like I'm still gonna be when I'm out and about wearing a mask and all that. I'm not gonna be like, oh. Plus, I ain't gonna be hugging no Dallas fans. So if they try to sneeze on me, I'm gonna swing at them. So I don't know. It is
Look
it
at
is a
Birdman out here, Rocky Balboa.
it is enticing. So and then that's gonna be a Monday night game. I've never been to no Monday night game, so that would be kind of cool. So I am thinking about it, yeah, because and probably tickets a round trip flight to from Cali to Texas. That's probably not that bad,
No, it's cheap,
So
bro. Even from Sacramento, I've flown out there. It's under $200 round trip.
yeah, so even if it's just I'll probably just stay a night there or whatever, and the next day just come back.
I if I had tickets, I would go. I'll go to that game. Just wear a mask. Don't touch
Yeah,
nobody.
yeah. You already know I wear a mask, so I'm gonna have the Birdman mask, so it's all good.
Oh, you're
But
good. You're covered. You're covered by the Birdman insurance.
yeah, that'd be kind of cool though. I've never been there. Maybe I'll do the tour. I'll be rocking the poncho on the star. Be like, "This is my field, baby." I
Yeah,
mean, like,
bro.
where's Jerry Jones at? Where's Jerry Jones at?
I'm
Okay.
still waiting to see what game I'm gonna end up going for my third game this year. I'm
Yeah.
most likely gonna go to a third game. I just don't know which one it would be, but
Teddy.
it's out of the Chiefs, Eagles, or Bucks, Eagles.
Hey, so Teddy Bridgewater, he's on the Vikes? Or wait, no, wait.
He's with
Teddy
the
Bridge,
Broncos,
the Broncos. Okay, so they're
and
playing
he was just
the
named the
Giants.
starting quarterback.
Okay, I was gonna say, did you see Jameis Winston throwing that bomb to that homie and that catch that dude made? I was
Bro,
like,
I said
holy
it before, man. It's just
cow,
I
dude.
think coaching has a lot to do with your progression and your development, and any sport and any anything in your work or anything. If you have a boss ass manager or a trainer or something, and he's top dog, he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you to where you want to get. If you have a shitty coach, you got a shitty boss or a shitty manager, sometimes you don't get nowhere. So I feel like him going to a good program under a good coach, under Drew Brees and Hill, I feel like he grew up a little bit. And it's never too late to get better at what you do. So I'm thinking, his situation going there, his change of scenery made him be a better player overall. So I'm not. I know. I knew what he was. He's a gunslinger. He loves to
Yeah,
throw the ball, and
right.
it's just that he just has
He
bad
just
decision
gotta
making.
he just gotta fine tune it. Like him throwing the ball, I don't think that was ever the problem. It was just that he might be doing too many kill shots. You know, when you just like I'm gonna, it's like playing Call of Duty. You know, when you have that nice sniper and you're just going a little bit too crazy and you're not watching your back, and then some guy creeps up and bam. So the thing is, like, he just gotta fine tune it. I think they'll be okay. I think he has possibilities to have like really really great games and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, like, to throw the ball like that, that was just an amazing throw and with an amazing catch, because you have two defenders on you like that, and
And right
somehow
through the needle, man. That was a
somehow
perfect throw.
some way the ball still ends up in his hands. And wow, what a catch, for especially
That's
for a
crazy, man. That
preseason.
there's
Yeah.
you can't throw the ball better than that.
Yes, sir. Two Saint tight ends are out a few weeks.
Yeah,
I
they were
wonder, I
saying
wonder
maybe
for
maybe
what.
a
Do you
Zach
know
Ertz
why?
trade to them, but I don't know. That's highly
But
unlikely.
why are they out? Illness or something,
They're
or
hurt.
injury? They're
They're
hurt.
hurt.
Okay. Both catches by that kid for the Saints were great. That's true.
Uh, another thing that why I think the Saints might be legitimate. Vegas has them +3 against the Packers week 1. So that's just saying something. They're giving the Packers 3 points against a Saints without Drew Brees. I don't know. You never know, man. What if maybe James Winston pulls out an upset against the Pack?
Yeah, you can't really just count them out.
Yeah, that's where I'm saying.
The Actually, let me look up something real quick.
How do you feel about Kyle Pitts? He before the draft, everybody was like on his nuts. He was the best white. He's the best fucking prospect coming out the draft. He's gonna win Rookie of the Year. Blah blah blah. He has
Yeah,
monster hands, good speed, good blah blah blah. And I haven't really heard nothing about him, man.
been kind of
He's been
quiet, huh?
average. He's a bit average at most, man. He hasn't been, catching the ball very, very, very good. His route running hasn't been out there. I don't know what's going on out there in Atlanta, but my my resource is saying that this guy this guy is just an average guy, man. He looks like an average guy. So what?
Really?
So what are you gonna? So what are the Falcons gonna throw at us? Kyle Ridley? Is he gonna be
Yeah,
the savior?
yeah. I speaking of Ridley, yeah, I've been hearing like really good stuff about Ridley.
Oh yeah, Ridley's a different animal. That guy, he's ready to take over that number 1 spot.
Right,
I
right.
just I just don't know. I just don't know about Kyle Pitts. Will he be ready? Maybe he will, develop to being a great tight end. But I just don't see it coming early. It's rather late than early, and we got him week 1, so we get the best out of him when he's the weakest.
Right. Let's see, I don't know if there's even any. I don't even see any training videos with the Eagles. Looking right now. Let's see. Yeah, and who was the number one draft? Well, not number one, but the receiver that went first. It was Chase Jamar Chase.
Chase.
Jamar Chase?
Yeah.
No wait, or is that? Yeah, it's Jock Talk. That's Jamar Chase, right? He was the one that got drafted.
The number one wide receiver drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals.
Jock Talk says Ertz to Saints. Maybe.
I don't know, man. I kind of want to see
if the price is right.
I want to see Ertz play with Hurts at least a few games. Yeah. I'll be okay with him being traded towards the half towards the trading deadline. I feel like he has more of a potential to get higher, a better team, a better choice then rather than early. I think he needs to show up, play some games, but I'm willing to get rid of him, sometime then.
Yeah. I don't really see anything. I don't really see much, man.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, how do you feel about Devontae running these crispy routes? People are saying, not just Eagles reporters, they're reporters from the Jets, reporters from other people, other teams, or other sources of media.
Yeah,
they're saying that this guy has the crispy routes. He can cut, he can turn a different direction as soon as you know it, man. This guy's burned you, and his quickness and speed, man. This guy's gonna be a good piece for us. I can't wait to see this guy on TV, man.
Shout out
to be on week 1.
Shout out to Eagles Uncensored podcast. Make sure you hit the like for your boys one time. Appreciate you, everybody. If you haven't, go make sure you sub Eagles Uncensored podcast. It's gonna be a fun season, man. I can't wait to see everybody's reaction come game time, dude. It's gonna be. I'm gonna send you the invite right now, Fuego. Give me a minute, or a second, actually. Let's see. But yeah, there it goes. I sent it to your email. It's on the way. We'll be on here for a little bit more. Let's see. So yeah, as far as Devontae goes, man, I believe the route running is unquestionable. It's just there. Everybody wants to talk junk about the size of him and all that, but at the end of the day, that doesn't matter because we had Deshaun Jackson here, and you know what Deshaun Jackson did for us, and he tore it up. And I think that this is going to be a new hybrid of Deshaun Jackson, which is not only with the speed and all that, but with the route running. And this guy's just a lot of the times, I'm telling you right now, if Jalen Hurts doesn't check all his progressions right, you might see Mr. Devontae on the island all by himself. So we got to make sure that Jalen Hurts' IQ is right there because Devontae might just be gone. And then be like, hey, man, when am I going to get that ball? Give me the rock. I'm already in the end zone, man. And I think that's how fast he is. And not just, check this out. It might be so crazy that you might see Quez Watkins and Devontae both on islands out there going like, where's my rock? Give me the this is gonna be nuts, bro. These guys are just like, if they both hit their route running, dude, that is gonna be insane, man. It's gonna be crazy. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready, Fuego. Give me the thumbs up when you're ready. All right, here he is. Without further ado,
Birdman, I just can't wait for week 1, man.
There he is, Mr. Philly Fuego.
What's good, guys?
And if you guys have not already, make sure make sure you guys go sub up Mr. Sonic 2.25. I'm loving the highlights over there. Keep them coming. Maybe I don't know if you did a Devontae one, but that's gonna be dope. But that's why we can't wait for that Atlanta game. See all these. We're gonna get some nice highlights and some nice catches, man. Let's
Can't
see.
wait,
We got
can't wait.
Louis Preto. What's up? He's in the building, out there grinding, working. Maybe we can link up, man. I need some of that delicious barbecue, man. Shout out to Lou. Devontae putting DBs on skates. Yes, right. Roll rock skate. Got the skates, man. Bro, Smith is going to destroy D-Jack's stats respectively, of course. Yeah, this is like I said, this is like a hybrid Deshaun Jackson, man. And especially with the doubt.
He's gonna be able to do more than what D-Jack was
Yeah,
able to do. Devontae, you can put him anywhere on that wide receiver core. Put him on the slot. You can put him off of the backfield. You can put him anywhere.
And
Deshaun
then
Jackson was more of a one-trick pony type of deal.
He's way better of a route runner. He's way better of a route runner already than D-Jax ever was.
Yeah, and then you guys got to think about it. Jock Talk right here nailed it. Rager has improved in his route running too. So can you imagine the triple threat, man? Oh my God, this is going to be awesome, and it will kind of remind me of the D-Jack, the Macklin, and who's the guy I'm missing? Was it
Jason Avant?
Avant? Was it those were the three guys? Was it them?
Jason Avant off the slot, Macklin, and then the DJ.
Deshaun. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then McCoy on the backfield. That shit was tough.
Yeah, that was nice. With Michael Vick out there, so we got like a sort of same style quarterback. So we might have some awesome games, man. Where the defenses are just not going to have any answers for our offense. I'm sorry, dude. And with Dallas, when I was talking to Mark Holmes yesterday, he still feels that that's sort of a weak spot when it comes to their corners. He's not sold on them.
You don't even got the Cowboys don't got corners. don't tell him to stop sugarcoating things. They don't got corners. What they got is linebackers. They have really good linebackers. They got depth at linebacker. They do not have no corners. Their starting corners are fucking trash.
They have a pretty good defensive line.
They got a pretty good defensive line.
Not great.
They're young at safety. So I'm not worried about those damn Cowboys, man. I ain't worried about them.
Yeah, so so that being said, that's going to be a problem for those corners, because you better hope and pray that you get to Jalen. And even at that, guys, Jalen can escape the pocket. And as much as junk they want to talk about, as much junk as they want to talk about the Eagles, when we were playing that first half when we played Dallas, they kind of didn't have no answer, no clue. And you got to remember, our team was in disarray. We were like, I don't know what we had 20 different offensive line and stuff. Like, it was insane, dude. So this is going to be way more different. They want to take like all the bad from Jalen or whatever. That's fine. You could do that. But dude, that team was already bad. That team was bad. Jalen was just working with what he had. I mean, we just threw him out there with the Wolves and everything. And he just did his best.
Man, not just that. My bad. Their play calling was terrible. Despite the injuries, despite everything going on with the Philadelphia Eagles last year, the play calling was trash. Our defense,
it was doo.
Yeah, it was
every time. Hey, Doug Peterson, can you come up with something clever? And he was like this. Hey, Doug, you just did the same play.
This guy, we were getting L's back week to week, bro. We were getting L's week to week, bro. And this guy, Doug Peterson, is over there serving soft ice cream, bro.
Yeah, Jock Todd, we're gonna have to get you a. Yeah, he was. Hey, Jocktie, we're gonna have to get you a nice cigar, man, because after you see these receivers running those routes, you're gonna you're gonna have to smoke a cigar. A smoke and a pancake.
Smoking a
Hey, I
pancake.
said smoking a sausage. Hey, I said it from day one. It was if these receivers just learn half of Smith's route running, they're going to be dangerous. Look what is happening, and that is true. Yeah, that's why it is important. I'm so happy that Devontae is just out there because they are feeling the energy. Just feed off. I mean, go. I don't know if you guys done it, but I started looking more about like the situation in Alabama, especially what was going on with Jalen, the benching and all that. And then I saw Devontae out there. I mean, man, they just like, dude, now it's here in the NFL. So Devontae and Jalen, that whole Alabama thing. And you know what? This Alabama thing, this is new to the Philadelphia Eagles because how many freaking Alabama dudes have we been nabbing? Like, we really don't. So this is kind of a new thing to us.
That's what he's saying. Yeah, it's new to us.
Yeah, this is something we haven't experienced. So I think, I got a new attitude. Like, what's that song? I got a new attitude. Yeah, the Eagles got a new attitude. And a lot of people, are sleeping. Just they've been taking the no-dose or what all that NyQuil, just sleeping on the birds. And I'm not, and this is that's why I'm more excited. I know a lot of hate. I know there's a content creator saying like, "Oh, Jalen Hurts sucks balls," and this whole team sucks. But you know what, dude? I've seen what the potential. I've seen the potential in this guy, and when I go look at and see what he did against the Saints, and when I look what he did against the Cardinals, and you know what, you cannot tell me otherwise. We were gonna beat Washington, guys. We were gonna destroy Washington. They looked like absolute dog. They looked terrible in that last game last year. That was horrible, dude. Like, I don't even know what team that was on the Eagles. But even Jalen was still putting up a fight with that. He made that thing look easy. I don't care. Jalen was just going out there. They pulled him because, we got our 6th-round pick. And, it is what it is. The Giants don't go to the playoffs, blah, blah, blah. That was just
crazy. That's what's so crazy about, all the Jalen hate, all the Hurts haters. Is because of the they act like he took over a prime spot with a loaded team last year or something like that. It's like,
oh yeah, right.
Expected them to polish up that turd and
put Jalen on the Cowboys, and he would have won the Cowboys would have won the division.
Oh yeah, easy,
no doubt.
Hey Sonic, who's okay? Is that Eagle? Okay, who's the first one? I'm not sure. Oh, that's your channel. All right, yeah. Sonic 2.25. There's the link for him. Go sub him up, guys. And we're gonna have to do a Sonic reveal so he can show his face on camera because we're tired of seeing the Sonic image. We actually need to see the man. And there's the
Every
Eagles
time I see the Sonic, I feel like he's like a Giants fan because that's just the Giants.
He's undercover or something like that. That's Eagles Uncensored there.
Careful.
Foothills channel. Thank you. There's Just think about it. We got the best route runner this year and 1st-round pick in 2022 for the same person. That's right.
I'm just happy that we're young right now, and we're gonna get younger next year. I pray to God that this Jalen Hurts experiment works out for us, and that'll make our team way better next year.
Not only that, but just imagine that, like we've been talking about, the young gunners. Imagine if these 3 receivers and Jalen Hurts blossom together, if they all grow and gel and really build that chemistry over the next couple of years. Look the F out. Let's F and go. Absolutely. We're going to have I think a very dominant offensive weaponry for Jalen, at his disposal. He's going to be able to attack defenses in a lot of different ways. And hey, Jalen Hurts is 4-0 in combined practices this summer. So that's all I'm really worried about because that's the time when he's going against the number 1 defenses on the other side. So, hey, I like what I've seen so far in the growth and everything like that this summer from our QB, and I'm excited for the season.
Hey, Fuego.
What's good?
As you should.
Hey, go SF Giants, man. What's happening? We
Yeah.
smacking everybody around.
I know our lead. We had a 5-game lead and it shrunk down. But yeah, we're hanging. We're still on the top, baby. We still got the most wins in baseball.
Yeah, boy.
Absolutely.
Dodgers coming for that. Dodgers coming back. Don't worry about that.
Fuck the Dodgers. Hey,
Yes.
the Dodgers, Giants, they're playing next. I think next starting Friday.
We got the Dodgers. We got the Dodgers number this year. I ain't worried about the Dodgers.
We play the Dodgers this week. I think this week or next week. No, this week. I think Friday.
I should change my name to the Wrench. I have wrenches from all you guys.
How about Wrench
Jock
Talk?
Talk,
It's a
aka Wrench.
Wrench Talk.
Wrench Slayer right there.
I was talking to Birdman earlier about how do you feel about the approach of Nick Sirianni, the way he's handling these preseason games and joint practices, calling him equal when from live games to practices. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about him going about it that way?
You know what? Given the circumstances, given the amount of question marks there are with this football team, I like it. He's being very very vanilla when it comes to showing what his offense is, and same thing with the defensive side of the ball in JG. They're playing the ultimate game of poker right now, and the longer they can keep things a mystery, the better it's going to be for us in the long run. I think that as long as we're getting good reps against other teams in practice, I think that to me that's really good enough.
So what happens if we play Atlanta and we shit the bed, and then it goes against everything that he did?
I mean, yeah, I could see where you're coming from if you say that, definitely.
Yeah.
But I don't.
I mean, I hear you because we're not used to this. Like I was telling you, I don't think I've ever seen this or whatever, because it's like a poker game. You're not showing your hand. You're going to show your hand. Basically, when it's time to go all in, you're going to be like, okay, here it is. I was holding a pair of aces or pocket rockets, or I had the ducks. I hit the straight, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, this I was telling them that's very concerning to me. Like, this is something new. I'm not saying that it's not going to work. But we'll definitely play it by ear. But I hope that for Eagles' sake, that you're absolutely right on what Nick Sirianni's doing. But it is kind of strange that you don't see your guys out there, because I'm looking at all these other guys. But I would say this though. Okay, answer me this, Batman. What about our 3s and 4s? Don't you think that they should at least be trying to, show something? Like I can understand what you're saying about not vanilla offense out there, but why are these guys, to me, just playing really soft serve defense? Like that was pathetic. I mean, we're trying to watch a game here, and I just felt like no end. I'm like, wow, these guys really like a bunch of no names that we don't know. It's just you're a no name for a reason if you're playing that soft. You're just letting the Patriots just run up the field, just any kind of read Wilson wanted. Was it Wilson, right? Zach Wilson, or for the Patriots?
It was Cam Newton.
Oh, I mean Jones. Yeah, Jones. Yeah,
Mac
Jones. Mac and
Mac
Cheese
who?
Jones. Like Mac and Cheese Jones. Yeah, they're just pretty much, letting him just, like he was playing Madden. Yeah, he was playing Madden on us, just kind of practicing on us. And I was really pissed. I'm like, come on, guys. Like, are you guys trying to make the team or not? Are you just happy you're in an Eagles uniform and you're just out in the Lincoln Financial? Like, hey, look at me, Mom. I'm a practice squad guy.
No, you definitely have a point there. The lack of effort, so to speak, was definitely a bit alarming, especially in the second game. from the, like you said, the third and fourth units on the team. But you know, some of those guys are, well, all these guys, even the vets. It's a new system, so they're still,
Yeah.
it's not like they know the whole system by heart, in and out. They're going to be caught out of position at times. Things like that are all going to be bumps in the road as part of a rookie defensive coordinator. Which what Jonathan Gannon is. He's never been a defensive coordinator before. There's going to be a little hiccups here and there, and for what it's worth, too. These guys are going to look even more out of position if they're playing a real vanilla scheme out there. They're going to, at times, if Belichick or whoever we're facing, if they're running, some of their top offensive plays, or maybe not even that, but it's just with the learning curve and the fact that, they're not, it really just doesn't seem like they're, again, and I just keep saying it. I know they're really not trying to show their hand, and they don't care what the preseason scoreboard really looks like. I think they're really just trying to, evaluate the talent on this team as much as possible.
Here, and what I'll say to that is that the 3s and 4s are out there. You want to impress an Eagles fan, you freaking nail that tackle, dude. When it's an open field tackle, you freaking nail it, dude. Like, I don't know how you don't try to imitate Brian Dawkins and Reggie White and all that, dude. If you can wrap up and knock that player down, dude, your chances of making this team are through the roof. But when you're playing like so soft serve like that, I don't know if I've ever seen that. Like, maybe Sirianni said take it easy, guys, but these guys haven't even made the team. Yeah, I mean, they haven't even made the team though. I'm like, they're trying to make the squad, Sirianni. So I don't know. I'm not saying he did that, but I'm just saying, like, it just looked god awful, man. It's just like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, we don't care about the points, but at least, come on, gentlemen, let's wrap it up here, guys.
Yeah, it definitely looked very sloppy, especially in the second game, like I said. But these guys are, they're going through, it almost seems like, in a way, they're going through the motions out there in this preseason.
True.
We just got to kind of take it for what it is. It's hard. I know it is. It's frustrating. We want to see especially, if the offense isn't scoring, that's one thing, but we want the defense to at least try to keep us in the game, keep it competitive. We don't want to see going up and down the field.
Yeah, because the word on the street is
they couldn't stop the run at all, bro.
Right. Word on the street is that we got no depth. Now, is it we got no depth, or these guys are just told not that? Don't give it 100. Like, it's very confusing. But I don't know why you would tell 3s and 4s don't give it 100, because you're trying to get on the. I mean, it's a 53-man roster at the end of the day. Let's see.
Yeah, it is, and we're now in the process of this next week of getting it from 80 to 53. So, yeah, potentially a good amount of guys are going to lose their job.
Three quarters of those players that played against the Patriots are going to lose their job this coming up next week, and that's a guarantee.
Yeah, I mean, it was just
all these fools are garbage.
Yeah, so Sonic likes the idea. He thinks that we're just going to be busting out with some wild blitzes. So, hey, that's another thing Eagle fans haven't seen. I don't know, when's the last time you've seen so many like blitz packages, man? Because Jim Shorts over there was horrible at that.
Jim Johnson was when last I saw the blitzes.
Nilly Vanilli. Yeah,
they were Jim Shorts. Jim Shorts won the Super Bowl, and then
big play. What up, fellas? Legends in the making. Yeah, one day.
Jim Schwartz's defense did very little to win that Super Bowl. That was a lot of that was our offense, and we got a turnover late at the right time, and things just all lined up to work in our favor. And we got some good calls from from the Gene. What was his name? Gene Steratore. I think that was the referee's name. Like especially like, I mean the Corey Clement catch at the back of the end zone. I mean that was very close. He was
Yeah.
bobbling it as his foot was touching. As his toe was tapping out of bounds. So, that could have gone either way. Very much so. But yeah, it was just our day, man. It was just our time.
Shout out to Complete Kicks out there. What is going on, my guy? Timothy Kincaid, if you guys don't know, he's got go check out he's got a merch shop. He's got some fire t-shirts. His kicks are unbelievable. The man knows that his shoe game is off the chart. So all the shoe heads out there, if you're looking for some new gear out there, go check out his merch, man, and tell him the Birdman sent you from the West Coast Birds. Shout out to everybody. Let's support all the brothers out there, especially Eagles fam out there, and especially support your local business. So definitely go give him a follow. He is on YouTube and Instagram and I believe Twitter. So that's my boy Timothy out there. Hey Timothy, if you're still on here, any news, man? Any insight you can give the brothers on the West Coast Wednesday? Give us something good, man. Something spicy. Let's see. Louis said, "Yo, Yee, step up to the mic. You sound low and far." Yeah, he's on. He's on his cell phone today. He said he's on the Sally cell today.
Sally cell.
It's not going down tonight for him. His mic's not working.
What's up, Hunter Doyle? Hunter Doyle's in the house.
Philly Insider Podcast. Thank you for tuning in, man. If you guys haven't, here's another Eagles content creator. Go sub them up as well. Let them know the Birdman sent you. Let's we support each other. Support the Eagles content creators, man. This is not easy, man. This is.
And I agree with him. Well, we'll talk about it in a second. Next comment.
Do not bring his name up. He will be doing that. Question me and make me mad, like putting Jalen Mills in a defense when he's playing like garbage. Putting in Mr. 47 in the game when you're talking about Jimmy Schwartz. Oh yeah, dude, that dude killed me a lot, man. Like I could have broke so many TVs because of Jim Schwartz, especially in that Super Bowl, man.
But I agree with Hunter. He's right. The defense that year was very good. But we got roasted, especially the secondary got roasted in the Super Bowl. I mean, Tom Brady.
Yeah, you're right. This guy's right. I mean.
Schwartz defense did help us get it for the Oakland game, Clinton home field, Atlanta game.
Our defense was solid all year. It led the way for us for sure.
The thing. Here's Jimmy.
When they play the Chiefs week 2, when they play the Chiefs week 2, we lost by 3 points.
Yeah. See,
bro, I was there at that game, bro. Jim Schwartz was calling a hell of a game, bro. It just Alex Smith was on.
Yeah, he would have like really great games, and then he would just do some really dumb shit. Like I believe when we played
like prevent defense bullshit never worked.
Remember when we played? Remember the Titans? That was
we lost versus Mariota. We were up, and we lost to Mariota.
Yeah, dude. Birds. Oh man, it was like 3-25, and they still got it.
I can't believe that shit, bro. They play that prevent bullshit defense, and that shit was crazy.
Hey,
Jock, no more defense.
Let's play 25 yards off, guys. I've seen this work before.
Let's play off 25 yards, man. The first
let
down
them catch the ball cleanly. Let them run 10 to 15 yards, and then let's try to tackle them.
Yeah, and then when you see the defender, don't wrap up.
Right. Notice I said try to tackle them.
But I think Gannon will be more exotic for sure. Yeah, I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait for freaking the Falcons over there.
He comes from that Zimmerman coaching tree, so he's going to be showing some very exotic looks. We're going to be switching back and forth, I think, at times from a 3-4 front to a 4-3. And that's why we got guys like, Jernard Avery going back to his natural stand-up position. That's why we drafted guys who are 7th rounder, who's looking decent, very decent for a 7th rounder in Patrick Johnson. He was a defensive end in college, but now he's going to be a more of a stand-up linebacker. And that's also why we got veteran like Ryan Kerrigan, because yes, when we are in our normal base 4-3, he's going to be defensive end. But if we
Hey,
switch to
Birdman.
a 3-4, he can easily be an outside linebacker. So we have
What is
lots
it?
of pieces.
Oh, you just got that?
No,
You
I
just
had
got
it. I was
that?
trying to show you my truck.
He's had
Oh,
it, bro.
okay.
I've seen that.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
We have the
dope.
same truck.
Let me see it again real quick. Let me see the
The hitch.
what do you? Yeah, the hitch. Let me see
Yeah.
it one more time. Get
Look
us a
at
good
you.
angle. Get us a
Tell
good angle on it.
Show us over. There you go.
Yeah.
Right there. That's pretty.
That's nice.
Like that.
Got to get that one.
Yep.
Our secondary was garbage. The D line helped them a ton. It was Darby. Oh, Darby. Oh, You had to say Darby, right?
Ronald
Darby had some
Darby.
success in Washington too. Ronald Darby.
Ronnie
But
Darby.
we have to thank Brandon Graham for that. Yeah, that's BG's the man, man. He's a forever Eagle, man. That's my favorite
yeah.
player.
That's my dog.
I need to get that guy's jersey. I'm gonna end up getting his jersey. I don't have it. I need to get
him on my
Yeah.
channel. I need to get in contact with him.
we need.
I love
His
his energy, man.
He's
His energy is off the charts.
He's
Yep.
dope. I put the Titans game on. Corey Grant. Oh God, Corey Graham. This guy, man, he's just bringing out some horrible names.
Yeah, Corey Graham
4th and
was
16.
garbage last year.
Yeah.
So was Roby Coleman. He was not very good for us last year either.
Yeah, and for me, dude, like Michael Jacquet, dude, I don't want to hate on the dude that bad, but I don't
done with
really
him?
see.
You're ready to cut him? What?
I don't know, man. Am I being mean, or I don't want to be too mean here, but I don't know, man. It's just,
I say give him. We got to give him one more. Give him a year in this system. See if he can develop a little bit. See if he can grow and maybe get some positivity underneath his belt as far as gameplay. But we'll see. I'm not completely ready to close the book on him yet, but it's getting close though.
yeah, I would, like I said, I don't want to be mean here. You know, I'll give him another, shot here.
That hey, we need. I think we need as much corner depth with playing experience in the NFL as possible. So if he's what we can get, he's what we can get.
Who needs one more sack to get to 60? Who's that?
Oh, maybe Brandon Graham, probably BG.
BG? Okay. Oh, that'd be dope.
I'm guessing.
I bring
assuming
up Graham because he really can't put the Titans game on Schwartz. I am. I can't believe he blew it. But it's not just particular plays. Like, it's just some of the things that he was doing just absolutely made no sense to me.
Right, but Hunter didn't Schwartz's defense coming up to that play, didn't the defense let us down up until that play? So you can't put it all on either one, I don't think.
But there was other games that he just completely blew it. Even,
exactly.
Yeah.
Hunter knows. Hunter of the Philly Insider podcast, he knows that Schwartz was, he was a decent defensive coordinator, but especially towards the end, he was very, very beatable just because he really did not stray very far away from his standard defense, and people got very, very familiar with that. And they found ways to attack it. And they knew that he was,
Schwartz defense held the Titans to 16 points the majority of the game. The offense was stagnant minus Jordan Matthews' big TD. Well, here's the thing: is that it's 60 minutes, 4 quarters. You can't when it matters the most. You can't just all of a sudden just change it and like that. Was it prevent whatever he was doing?
Yeah,
it just made no sense. So I'm still not going to give Schwartz no slack. He blew it at the end of the day. I in my eyes, in my opinion.
I never understand. I never really understand that. When defenses, if your defense is working all game, it's working well, and then you get a lead, and then all of a sudden you go into a prevent defense. Why?
Yeah.
Why? You don't trust your defense. That's just, to me, that screams that you don't trust your defense. You don't trust the players out there. You think that that they're a liability. There's lots of negative messages you're sending with that, and I just never understood it.
Yeah, not just that, the wrap-ups, dude. They were just letting people just run through them. Like,
Yeah, that's poor coaching.
yeah,
Coaching,
that's on.
poor technique. That's yeah.
Let's see. What up, guys? Bird Gang in the house, man. How you doing? Hopefully, wifey's doing a little bit better. Let us know. Give us an update when you can.
Yes, please
But
do.
everybody pray for Bird Gang 31. Considering how the offense couldn't stay on the field and the fatigue the defense was feeling and the lack of execution down the stretches. Yeah, but sometimes um, someone either offense or defense got to bail each other out, and that lackadaisical, I remember that word, lackadaisical effort was, I just wasn't feeling it, man. Like at the end of the day, it wasn't enough, man. And you had them cornered if you think about it, right? Before you go, they were cornered, and then you just kind of let them out. Well, let's back off a little bit. You just backed off too much, and they just took it for it. They slapped you right in the face, man. You can't give too much, man. You just give you
You got
you
to
gave them a yeah, you give them an inch, they took the whole damn mile. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's kind of
you got to keep your foot
your
on the
guard
neck.
up. Yeah,
You know, you do. You have to play, like you said, for the full 60 minutes. I think I don't. I never believed in prevent defense. I think that's. I just think that's a stupid idea. And
right.
you know, I can somewhat see where Hunter's coming from, and I would definitely suggest. I recently had him on my channel. You
Yeah,
should have him on. He's a very young, smart kid, very well
yeah.
spoken.
That's yeah.
Lot of
That,
good info, got a lot of good knowledge. He's already writing, sports
bright
writing.
future, man. Keep it up. Don't stop, man. And that's
Absolutely.
why. And you got to hear it from everybody. You got to let everybody know. You're gonna like right now we're debating about the game and stuff like that, and I hear where you're at with the Jim Schwartz thing, but like I said, like you just got to keep the pedal to the metal, right?
Yeah.
So Bird Gang said
Bless
just
up.
picked her up right now from the
Yes.
hospital. Thank you
Bless
God.
up.
That
Thank
I
God.
hope she gets to be with her family now, and get some rest, tell her to rest up, and thank God, and being in the hospital, especially being a husband and your wife in the hospital, and so all the protocols and everything, and you can't be there, and
Very.
it's
Yep.
very, very frustrating to say the least, guys.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm not absolving Schwartz from blame. He frustrated me, but the game can't primarily on Schwartz. He had them on the fourth down twice in OT, and his guys didn't execute the coverage he called. Yeah, that it's all plays into, like, like I said, like some of those tackles, man. Obviously the talent's got to show up. You gotta wrap up, put these guys down. You can't let them get yak yards in this case. So
Right.
I get you. And there was games where it's not all on Jim, but the other problem with Jim was, like, I feel that he failed to develop a talent, like with Sidney Jones and um, what's the other guy, the other corner that we let go,
Rasul Douglas, who just recently signed
Rasul Douglas, things of that
the
nature.
Houston
So
Texans.
I just felt like Jim Shorts was just, his era was coming to an end.
Yeah.
The whole, and then whatever was going down with management and organization, and we could go on and on and on with all the problems, but I hope Gannon is the future. I hope he's here for years to come. Like, I'm in all fairness, guys, like, being an Eagles fan, I do not like the whole coaching carousel. I want our coaches to stay long term. So we already know what the deal is from the beginning. We know his bad. We know where he's good at. We that's what we're asking as Eagle fans. We can't keep doing a coaching carousel and thinking that every year that we're going to be, this team, when we keep interchanging these pieces. And not just Jalen Hurts got to succeed and he's the future of the franchise. The besides that, the number one thing on the table is Nick Sirianni. We want Nick Sirianni to succeed, and we want, as Eagle fans, we want the new coach to be here for 10 years. No more interval change pieces and all that stuff. We're getting sick and tired of that. That's getting real old. And the last thing that's going to happen if this team is unsuccessful this year and the draft picks, this is the worst case scenario for the Philadelphia Eagles is that this team wins 2 games and everybody just looks god awful. Howie Roseman's got to go. So if that happens, Howie Roseman is going to leave. We're going to have to go look for another GM. And then you could officially say that the Philadelphia Eagles have hit the reset button and we're completely starting over because this GM, we don't know who he's going to be, what he's going to do, what his ideas are. Is he going to meddle in with a lot of decisions here and all that, or is he just going to let the coach? And I still don't know if he's going to let the coach. So, this could go very bad, but I don't feel it. And my honest opinion, this is, like I said, worst case scenario. But the thing is, like, as an Eagle fan, I am tired of changing coaches and changing staff. Let's just get this over with. Look at Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, how many times are they changing the coach? They still got the same damn coach, same mentality, same concept going over there. And
head coaches in the last over half of a century. So that says everything you need to know about, the Pittsburgh Steelers and just they've been very, very fortunate to have very good coaching over the years because Tomlin took over for Bill Cowher, and Bill Cowher took over for Chuck Noll. Chuck Noll, that goes back to the 70s.
Right.
So that just shows you right there. And speaking of, you mentioned Howie Roseman. I don't know if you noticed, there was an article that came out by SB Nation, and Howie was voted the most untrustworthy NFL general manager by 33 NFL agents were polled.
Wow.
And he was voted the most unworthy, and it was 7 of them. 7 of the 33 said that he's playing both sides at all times, and he's lacking transparency in communications.
When did this article go out?
This came out today. Looks like or actually yesterday, the 24th.
And then I didn't even need to hear that article. I've known that because you could hear it from the players like Malcolm.
Oh yeah.
Even it's written on Carson's face. It's written on Zach Ertz's face. It is. It's
the fact that
right on his freaking head.
Yeah, the fact that Doug is at the Colts practice hanging out with Carson, that speaks volumes about that in itself. Because if their relationship was so toxic, he would be nowhere near Indianapolis. I don't care how good of friends he is with Frank Reich. He definitely wouldn't be talking to Carson Wentz, that's for sure.
Yeah, and that could be another reason why Reich left too. Even he could have maybe stayed. There was that possibility, but the thing is, like, and so that's what so we could be in trouble here, guys, with that article. Certain players might not just want to gravitate over here. Remember, LaShawn McCoy told Frank Gore not to come out over here because of the trouble and stuff. Yeah. Even Deshaun Jackson, he was still pretty much loyal to the soil. He came back, even though the issues with Howie and stuff like that. But there is something behind the scenes going on, guys, and I hope that's not something for the future for us, because that I just hearing something like that it's so damn annoying. Gannon is probably going to get a head coaching offer sooner rather than later. We could say that right now, but you got to see it on the field. And if that is true, that's going to be a great problem for Eagles to have, because that means that the Eagles are succeeding. But we got to do everything in our power to have sort of like a a Jim Jones situation,
Jim Johnson.
Jim Johnson
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
I was kind of trying to give him a nickname here.
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones.
No, but you're
His
right.
phone died.
And I agree with you. It does get irritating about the coaching carousel. Especially when
Yes, sir.
like we had, we won a Super Bowl, and then our offensive coordinator leaves the very next year. So yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow. But and again, if JG is getting head coaching offers, that means our defense has been performing at a very high level, which means that we're probably been very competitive, as a football team in totality. So, that, like you said, that's only going to be a good thing for us. Let's just hope that it takes them maybe 2 or 3 years to get to that point. Because you got to remember, JG does not have he's a rookie defensive coordinator, so it's not like he's coming in with a lot of coordinator experience. He's working his way up. So I think it may take 2 or 3 years for teams to be comfortable enough to offer him a head coaching position.
And
because look how good Robert Salah's defenses were, right?
Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. I see how it is, Birdman, talking behind my back, huh? How did you know? Your ears must have been ringing, Howie. But okay, Howie, look.
Howie's got his secretary watching your channel, so that's how he found out.
Look, Howie. I'll be honest with you, man. Some decision making, has me second guessing here. I like what you did this offseason, other than Landon. If he hits big, and it's a win for the Eagles. But I will say this: I want you to let Nick Sirianni handle his own business, and you can help him, aid him along, but don't put too much. Don't put too much. What's the word? Don't put too much sauce in it. But shout out to Howie tuning in. Look at Howie, man, supporting West Coast Wednesdays, man. Big shout out to Howie.
Don't put too much spice in it, huh?
Don't put too much spice in the sauce. You know what that's saying, Bow down to Howie. Kissing up to me now, typical. Howie. I gotta give it. I get it. You gave us Devontae. You enjoy it in all your glory. You got. And if you nail on Nick Sirianni, you're gonna come out like a stud muffin in this.
Howie, don't you have some more fake Andre Dillard trade rumors to be circulating? Nobody's calling about Andre Dillard. I don't think they are. I really don't. I think that's all Howie and his whoever he's got spreading these lies. I don't think you really think anyone's calling about Andre Dillard? If Jeff Stoutland can't get anything out of this kid, I don't think so. I doubt that. I really highly doubt it's multiple teams.
Help us out, Howie. Are the Saints calling for Zach Ertz? That's a new rumor. Are they calling?
I'm calling in. When the Saints
bow down to Howie, the guy who drafted Rager over Jefferson. Bow down to Howie, the guy that took J-Jaw over Metcalf. Bow down to Howie, who completely screwed us up for years. Big play slate is
to get off of that Rieger Jefferson thing. Okay, Rieger's still on this team. I don't give a shit about J-Jaw. You can talk all the shit that you want about J-Jaw. But Rieger's still on this team. He could potentially still have a better career in the long run over Jefferson. So let's back off of Rieger a little bit. He's been playing good recently. So let's take his name out of the mud. Big play.
Jalen, and listen to Howie here.
Howie, exactly.
Howie has been serving up the lemonade. He has his little lemonade stand on the practice over there in New York right now. And I don't know exactly what Howie put in the lemonade, but I guess the guys are buying in. This is sweet lemons out there. Thank you, Howie. It looks like other than the preseason games and our thirds and fours, I don't know if you gave them any lemonade, but we'll see what happens with the Jets here. Maybe give him some of the limited. Give the 3s and 4s the limit. I know you gave it to the 1s and 2s, but give some of that lemonade to the 3s and 4s, Howie.
They need it too, man. They got to stay hydrated.
J-Jaw wasn't used right by Doug. And that's why you got rid of him, right? He got the axe. You know, he said, step into the office. Why? Because you're fucking fired.
You messed up J-Jaw? He was a great talent. You messed him up, you're out of here. Yeah, it was Doug that messed up J-Jaw.
Bow down to Big Play Slay. He thinks Dallas is winning the division. Is that true, Slay? Are you turning on us, Slay? Foothills, you have to understand, Dillard is a first-round pick. He's worth something, LOL.
You know what it is?
There's a ton of teams that are in need for left tackle, so I'm pretty sure you can get a 4th for him. Yeah. Let's trade our first-round pick for a 4th and freaking cheeseburgers, right? Jesus. I don't give a ish, LOL. Rager will never, ever be even close to Justin Jefferson. Oh, my God. Who are you telling?
What? Big Play Slay. After you see somebody out on the field for long enough, it doesn't matter. I don't give a shit what division or what round they were drafted in. If they can't play at the NFL level, they can't play. If they're not strong enough mentally or physically to stay out there on the field to learn how to play multiple positions, I don't give a shit what round you were drafted in. Your value isn't very high. If you can't stay out there on the field, if you're getting frustrated on a constant basis, you can't learn any other position, I'm sorry. Maybe you weren't supposed to be taken in the first round to begin with.
Hi, Roseman, LOL. There's always been a threat in the East, my guy. Ha 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 ha. Howie Roseman. Yeah, and how many times have they actually won it, Slay? Ha ha ha.
You know why that youngster is he's thinking the Cowboys are going to win the division? Nitro Freak's getting to him.
Oh, they've been talking behind the scenes, huh? Him and Nitro are going talking behind the scenes here, huh?
I think Nitro's getting to you, Big Play.
They won it.
I wasn't hearing you say that the Cowboys weren't going to win the division before that, so I don't know.
Won it in 2018 and still went out the same round as the Birds versus a worse team. So Slay is saying Dallas is going to win the division, huh? Is that confirmed or denied?
No, he said that. He did say that last night.
Said that last night?
Yep.
Wow, Slay. Explain that to me, man. I gotta hear it. You cannot be on that Dak Prescott with that Gumby leg right now with freaking bolts coming out looking like Frankenstein over there with his shoulder all messed up and what's going on over there, man? Did you go bowling or something? What's wrong with your arm? Your hand over there. Yeah.
Oh, I had a little bit of an accident this morning. Luckily I didn't break it.
Oh, really?
Damn. Yeah, it's just sprained.
What are you doing? I told you about fighting the bears. I literally told you, it was a joke. I didn't really mean for you to fight the bears in the backyard, man. That was a joke, man. Come on, Fuego. It was a joke.
I was trying to do a little too much Rocky, Trying a little hard.
Nitro Freaks is probably changing his mind a little about Hurts. Well, here's the thing about Nitro, man. And I know Joey Shakes is cool with him and stuff like that. This is what I'm going to say about Nitro. And depending on how I feel, maybe I would have him on the show and talk to him because I know he's calling out people, not necessarily by names, but he said Philly sports podcasters. So I thought he was talking about like Philly. I thought he was talking about Joe, but he just said Philly sports podcasters, which he didn't really say the name or whatever. But what he did do is saying that, that he is the best and that pretty much 90% of the fan base or Eagle content creators are pretty much stupid, right? So when you make a statement like that,
is it for? Are you trying to clickbait, or what's your gain here? Because a lot of the fans and a lot of people have questions on why on your rationale. Now, even if I didn't like Jalen Hurts, I don't know why it's got to be so negative about him. I mean, this guy is just put into a fire and stuff like that. I've seen what he can do with just that little bit, even though it's like, oh, it's just a 4 game sample size, which is maybe 3.5 or whatever. I seen enough of the guy as far as what the talent could be. I've seen the fighter in him, and he deserves the shot. Now, whether if you just don't like the man as a person or whatever, or you feel that we're forced to like Jalen, okay, that's your opinion. But as a football fan, I like the energy, and I even heard from NFC East rival teams. I've heard from plenty of different fans that they like Jalen Hurts as a player, and he deserves that shot. So before I go knocking the man and bringing him down and saying this is going to be the worst Philadelphia Eagles team we've ever seen in our life, this is the worst quarterback we've ever seen in our life, we're going to win 2 games. Like, you pretty much jumped on board with what every analyst said on ESPN, right there with Mr. Chris Sims smoking those doobies. You're right on the same page. You're right with those same people as just talking so negative. We won 4 games, and Carson was just god awful. You like the guy, you don't like the guy. Carson just did not show up. Doug did not show up. There's many players that did not show up. But for Jalen to be just talking down on Jalen like that, I don't understand the rationale. Because you're gonna talk to me and you're gonna hype Daniel Pesos. Daniel Pesos, Mr. 11 touchdowns. I'm supposed to roll out the red carpet for Daniel Jones. And not just that, guys. You want me to roll out the red carpet for Fitz Tragic. I got to roll out the red carpet for him as well. And not just that, a guy that was in the hospital rehabbing and is still rehabbing and is continuing to still have plaguing injuries. You want me to roll out the red carpet for Dak Prescott as well? So if you're going to roll out the carpet for all those 3 guys in the division, why are you not rolling a healthy fighter that is going to bring every ounce in him to win that damn game? He deserves that red carpet as well. Stop trashing Jalen Hurts, and you give this man a fair shot. If I can't convince you otherwise, then don't watch this game. Don't watch the season. Do not watch Philadelphia Eagles football until this man is fired. But I got something for you. If this guy hits with the fire and with the team being around and the O-line sticking and the running game and all that stuff like that, this is going to be a thing of beauty. And this man, whether you like it or not, if he wins this team over, he is the new man in town. He is the new sheriff in town. And I can't wait for that day to be said. And I'm gonna be happy. And all those naysayers, I want you to tune in that day, because I'm gonna be calling all of you out, and you could join my show, and you're gonna have to grovel at the Birdman for calling it what it is.
Facts. Very well said.
Let's see. Went on a tandem there, man.
Yeah, and for good reason, because there's no reason to be really attacking your own fan base in a way. And I can't stand. Yeah, you may think you're being a realist, but really you're being overly pessimistic. And I can't stand Eagles fans like that, especially the ones that are, oh, we only won 3 games this year. I'm done with this team. No, take it all down. I'm done. Burn the jerseys, everything like that. They just really you don't, and you're from that area, or you've claimed to be an Eagles fan your whole life, and you're ready to just to give it up in the in one bad season. Like, give
Right.
me a break. Grow a spine, grow a sack. You need to pull out your yam bag, make sure it's in the it's shined up nicely, because Nitro, there's no reason to be coming after us like that. As Eagles content creators, we are not stupid. We know what we're talking about. We know this football team just as much, if not better, than you do. So, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Shout out to Philly Notion doing talking about as far as like fandom goes. He had like the different levels and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I appreciate Philly Notion. And you're right. Like we could use Bird Game for example. He's extremely optimistic and extremely hyped for the team because
Of course.
you know why Bird Gang is because is being like that. It's because he does see the talent and he could see where it goes. Because I've already talked to Philly Fuego about this stuff. Because I'm saying, if these guys that we see are hitting, and this trifecta, and you throw in, the running backs and Jalen, a dual threat. Jalen is a dual threat. Get used to it. That's what he is.
Yeah.
This team can do. You're sleeping on this team, man. I don't know why you think otherwise, that this team is just Jalen's gonna go out there and he's gonna put up 3 points a game. That's what Jalen. You really think that Jalen's gonna do that? I just don't see it. And for Big Clay Slay, let me answer this. Me, Batman. This division has been horrible. You can say that about any team in the division. This is anybody's division. It's just we practically gift wrap the division, even with Ben the Coochie over there. He could have still won the division. They still had the talent around him. Okay? Just because Dak was out there, you shit the bed. You don't know how to play football no more. Give me a break, man. So, yes, Dallas on paper looks great. Okay? He looks great. You could say the same damn thing about the Eagles. You could say the same damn thing. Okay? We're not even asking Jalen Hurts to be Aaron Rodgers. We're not asking that. We're not. He just has to be good enough. And you know what that is? That's Dak Prescott. He is good enough. Now you people have him way up. PFF has him at ranked the 3rd best quarterback in the NFL. I don't know how you get that stat. You get that stat, and he only played for 5 games. For 5 games, and he was losing, and the team was winning games by onside kicks and all that, dude. How could I be sold on that? How could I?
And his numbers were only inflated because of the garbage time points and yards that they were getting trying to come back in those games that they were behind in.
How many times in the last 25, Slay? I like that. Howie with the shots right there.
Shots fired.
That's why I made a video about him. That's why I put laughing meme on him, because he thinks superior to every Eagles content creator. Yeah, and like I said, here's the thing with Nitro. I lost a ton of respect. I mean, he's going at it with a bunch of people, and I guess that's his forte. More power to you. That's what you want to do, and all that stuff. He came at my guys from the 4th and John crew. There was an incident that happened, and he lumped everybody in that circle, including anybody that had to do with there was an incident at tailgate, but the incident that happened at the tailgate didn't even happen there. It happened at somebody else's house, but they lumped it all together. Anyways, Nitro, clickbaiting Nitro went and just kind of just said accused. Well, if you hang out with the 4th and John, you're just as guilty as them. And he called idiots, and he's just calling them out of their names and all that. But I took that personal because I know 4th and John. I know E-Rock. I know Gale. I know Prime. I know all those guys. and there are nothing of what Nitro said. So that, and like I said, maybe I will have Nitro on there too, so me and him could see what's going on. But the thing is, it's very hard to deal with a guy like Nitro because I see him fighting constantly on Twitter with all these guys. He's fought with DJ Eastwood. I mean, you name it all. This guy keeps arguing. I don't know I don't know his whole angle thing. I don't know if he's trying to do the EDP thing where that clickbaiting shit. I don't know. I don't get it. But like if you're an Eagles fan at the end of the day, dude, and you want to represent the Birds, you represent them right. You can have your opinion. You could say that you don't believe in Jalen and all that stuff, but attacking the fan base and all that, and you're not even giving people a proper shake, or not even whoever you're accusing of being stupid, like you say,
And
we'll say the name, and why don't you have a platform? Why don't you call them out? Did you call someone out and they got scared and they didn't want to combat you? Because if you're gonna go that route, then do it. You can't just I can't just go bloogity blah blah and then nothing happens. Like I'm calling people out their name. I'm saying you're stupid and blah blah blah. And shout out to Joey Shakes. One thing I love about Joey Shakes is that, and he was on my show today. So it's like Joey Shakes is about being there for the people because he's been at the bottom. Even Mark Holmes. Mark Holmes started from the bottom. Now we here. Look at these guys that started from the bottom.
Right.
But the thing is, it's what you want from the Eagles content creators. If you want to be the guy that wants to be the naysayer and every single thing and talk junk about other Eagle fans, then I guess that's your angle and you stay where you stay. But I'm not about that. I'm about bringing these fans together, showing love. Philly Fuego knows. I haven't even known Fuego that long, and I love this guy. I love his energy. I love what he brings to the table, and he's got my back. We could be friends from the day we met, and stuff like that. And he's not the only guy. There's uncensored Notion. Like it's not just us being Eagles content creators. We're making a big family, and I have plenty of people that are backing up the Birdman that love the Birds, and that's what it is about.
100.
We could always have our different opinion about where the direction of the team is going, but I have no right, insulting you and saying that you're some kind of idiot or a dummy. Like, what kind of fan would I be?
Right.
It's something has got to change, man. And I'm here. I'm about the people. I'm going to meet Fuego. Fuego has already met one of my best friends. Okay, I'm about the people. I'm about going to the stadiums. I'm going to be there, and I'm not going to be scared of no one, because if you don't know me, you get to know me, and I'm a pretty fair, reasonable guy. Yeah, I'm going to talk junk when I get on people's platforms or whatever. That's football time. That's what we love to do. But I don't need to attack you as a human being and come at your character and say, "Oh, you're a piece of crap," and make fun of your weight and you're ugly looking and all this other crap. That you just, like I told Mark Holmes, you're taking the football out of it. When I'm attacking your character, you're taking football out of it.
Right.
Keep it football. This is about football. This is about the brand, the Eagles. When I want to be a representative of the Eagles, I want to be, when people talk about the Birdman, I want people to know the love and passion that I have for the Philadelphia Eagles, because that's what it's always been about. My
Same here.
fandom.
Yes.
100.
Absolutely. Without a doubt.
We lost you. 2017 Birds, 2018 Cowboys, 2019 Birds, 2020 football team, one Slay. If Dallas defense is average, then that'll help. Their offense, because their offense, all they have to do is score points. In 2018, Dallas defense was respectable. It was solid and average. They won. Well, the Dallas defense last year was, dead last or whatever it was because I talked to Mark Holmes. So I don't know what you're talking about as Dallas being respectable, Slay, because they were pretty much bottom. Slay, it was once. Slay, it was once. Let's see. Slay and Howie going at it. I
Yeah,
like
they are.
it. Howie Roseman, laugh out loud. My bad. I was trying to say 5 years. That's why I said 2 years. They've won, but I got the numbers mixed up. My bad. Slay, what kind of lemonade are you making, man? If you're gonna go at Howie, you better have the best damn lemonade because he's got the best lemons in Philly right now. Actually, twice in the last four. And Foothills, I'm being reasonable. Oh, here we go with the reasonable Slay. There's literally so many Eagle fans saying we're going 13-4, 14-3, and win the division. Like, come on, be realistic. I'm not on that board. I'm on the board of 7-8 wins. And I don't know what fans you're talking about saying 13-4. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't really heard too much of that. So,
I-
but yeah, I can, I'm right there with you. But the key thing about that 7-8 wins is what does it look like? What do these games look like? Are they blowouts? Are they really close nail biters and all that stuff? How well is Jalen looking out there? Is he looking like a real stud? That's the important thing. It's not so much the wins and all that stuff. It's what this whole thing is on Jalen.
The thing is, if this thing clicks early, we could stack some wins before opposing defenses even can really start forming a formative game plan against us. So I think 7 or 8 is the bottom of my expectation. The top would be right around 9 or 10. I think so we're not too far off, Slay. I don't know where the like you said, Bird Gang. He's just overly positive.
Yeah, because
Outside
he sees the potential. The
right,
potential.
absolutely. But as far as 90% of the fan base, I don't see how we're being biased. I really don't, especially as content creators, because I watch a lot of us, and I just don't see it. I hear a lot of realistic. I hear a lot of realism out there.
Fair assessment. Yeah, I hear a lot of fair assessments.
Absolutely.
Howie Roseman, but we're retooling this year because of you. Ha ha ha. I didn't argue against that, Slay. Sam Bell. What's up, Sam? Thank you for tuning in. A Titan fan, and the Titans got. Wait, was there an injury with Mr. King Henry? Did he get in? Because remember on fantasy, no one was drafting Henry for some reason, the running back.
I don't think I don't know. I just seen a
Questionable or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything too serious. I think the reason why his fantasy draft or why his fantasy stock dropped a little bit is due to them adding Julio.
Oh, okay.
I think a lot of people think that the ball's going to be spread out more with Julio being involved, and they're going to be throwing the ball a little bit more this year.
But shout out to Sam Bell, man. How's it going, man?
Yeah,
Titans are going to be one of those teams that are going to be competing, and you guys got a real tough battle with Buffalo because Buffalo's trying to get there. You got the Chargers that look like they could be up there potentially.
Yeah, Sam Bell. Hey, Sam Bell, I haven't seen your name before on my channel, so if you haven't already, please come subscribe to the Nest Out West with your boy here, Philly Foothills Fuego, because I'm holding it down out here in California, just like my man Birdman. So yeah, we're getting we've been working more and more together. We're getting closer. So yeah, make sure Sam Bell come check me out, come sub me up. Let me know next time you're in a chat. I'd love to hear from you.
Howie Roseman, why are you claiming is winning the division though?
Why are claiming? Yeah.
So, and I'm getting pissed off. The fact that people think I'm not showing love to my bird 7-8 wins is reasonable. That's where I'm at right now. But I think anyone can win the division. This team is unpredictable.
Well, they're unproven. That's the word you like to use, right, Slay? They're unproven. You said it right. You said it right there. New York is unproven. Yeah, well, we
But
all are.
but what y'all are not understanding is Dallas is the most proven team in the division. Washington is solid. They're relying their entire season on Fitz. New York is unproven, and we're unpredictable. But
What
you could say the same. Look at Slay. Listen to me, Slay. We
what
handed the division to the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys, on paper, was the best team last year. On paper.
no
Yeah,
doubt.
and they with even with stinking Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton has been taking the Bengals to the playoffs plenty of times. So it came down to coaching. Go watch the Washington Tomatoes versus the Cowboys last year on Thanksgiving, where they literally could have blew the roof off Washington. But no, Mike McCarthy thought he can outsmart the great Ron Boat Rivera over there. So this has nothing to do with that. Mike McCarthy is unproven. Yeah, he won with one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, which is Aaron, Mr. Rogers over there. But this is a what have you done for me lately league right now. Okay,
It's
Slay?
it's
We
AA
handed it to them.
Rodgers.
We handed the division to the Dallas Cowboys, and you know what they did? They said, "We don't want it. We don't want it. Who cares if Carson's playing like crap?" They
Shit the
still
bed.
gave as bad as Carson Wentz was playing, they gave it right back to the Eagles. So you want me to buy into what Dallas is selling? I cannot right now, and the jury is still out on Dak Prescott.
Proven. How are they proven, Slay? What have they done
Facts.
that they are the most proven? They didn't even win the
They've
division
proven
last
nothing
year.
yet. Dak isn't healthy. Thank you,
I
Howie.
get Dak got hurt, but they weren't. They were looking like dog shit before he got hurt.
But
But
what
what
am I asking you is who is more proven than them, Howie? Howie Roseman, most of their team is filled with a couple older players and pretty loaded offense with a 6-year quarterback. 6-year quarterback?
the year 6 QB.
Dak's been playing for 6 years? Huh.
2016. No, yeah, 2016. Him and Carson came in the same year. So
That is 6?
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. You know, it's fifth year. I think it's his fifth
Okay.
year.
Amari Cooper, who's overrated, but he's proven. Yeah, and he had Amari had 1,000 yards. He was over I think over 1,000, and he had more than CD and what's the other guy on the running back? Lost his name right now.
Oh, Pollard.
No, the other. I mean receiver on
Gallup.
Dallas. Gallup.
Oh,
Yeah.
Michael
That's
Gallup.
not my argument, though. My argument is that they are just as unproven as everyone else, which is why they're not the favorite. Big facts, Howie. Big facts.
Thank you.
There is no favorite in the East. Big facts.
I like it.
A 6-year QB who's stat pads. A 6-year RB who's coming off his worst year. Amari Cooper and wide receiver core who leads the league in drops.
Wouldn't you
Jesus.
say, Birdman?
Woo! Yeah.
Wouldn't you say that our division right now is probably the most wide open division as far as any team right now could end up in first place or any team could wind up in last place in the NFC East? I mean, I think it's literally that wide open.
Well,
More than
I
any
mean,
other division.
see, you know why a lot of skepticism, is that how you say it? Skeptics are out there?
Skeptics.
Yeah, it's because of the whole Jalen thing, right? Because they're like, oh, the 4 games, the 3.5 games, it's not enough. You can't say anything about this guy's gonna know. Okay, so the thing is, it's the you don't know what Jalen. Okay, I'll give you that, but you're trying to like base it off that. You're trying to convince yourself that Jalen is so god awful that you're sweeping the Washington thinks they're going to sweep the Birds. Giant, look at Cop Pizzle. He thinks that they're going to sweep the Birds. Dallas, they think they're going to sweep the Birds. A majority of the fan base would say that because they think Jalen just straight sucks. Okay, Now, you could wish on a star, like Dallas does, but those aren't the facts. You're just hoping that that's true. Because if Jalen goes toe to toe on Monday night in AT&T Stadium and it goes down to overtime, don't be surprised that that the Philadelphia Eagles win that game. And with a gimpy Dak, Jalen is 100%. Knock on wood. He is 100% right now. Okay. Daniela over there, Daniela Jones has been fighting off injuries. He's not even 100%. Fitz
bottom of the pile when they got into a fight.
Fitz tragic. He's not even 100%. The dude's old. And you could say it doesn't matter about age because of Tom Brady, but Tom Brady has these teams built around him. I mean, he's getting guys coming off retirement and this, that, and the third. And hey, I want a Super Bowl too. I want a Super Bowl too, Tom. Give me a call, Tom. Give me $1 million. I want that Super Bowl.
Tom's like the new Oprah of the NFL. You get a Super Bowl. You get a Super Bowl. You get a Super Bowl.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness.
I have concerns about the team, and I'm certainly not the highest on them, but I'm not going to be negative. Thank you. Thank you, Philly.
Very much
Game day, I am ready to suit up myself. Hype videos before every season always motivate.
Yes, sir.
And what, dude, check this out. Jalen Hurts is like the Rocky movie. You can't get up, champ. You can't do it. They're stronger than you. They're stronger than you. Can't do it.
You can't win.
You can't win, Jalen. That's the narrative out there.
But then when Jalen has his coming out party, it's going to be like when the Russian got cut. He's cut, and it's a bad cut. And then we can tell all the haters, I think we can say, you see? The rest of the league, the rest of the league is not a machine. They're beatable.
Birdman, did you not hear what I said? I said 2018 Dallas defense was respectable, not 2020. Oh, okay.
Well,
misprint there, Slay.
How does 2018's defense have anything to do with this year?
Yo, what's up? What's good, my guys? Foothills. Shout out to Mitch. How are you feeling there? He's asking how you feeling.
So. Not great.
Kind of like the cow. Kind of like Dak. Do that again. How are you feeling, Dak? How's the shoulder?
As the French like to say, come see, come
what
saw.
The heck? How do you not have a wrench? All right, I'll get that going. Don't worry. Let's see. I have Jalen Hurts having 25 TDs, 14 interceptions, 37 yards, 9 rushing touchdowns. Yeah, I mean,
I like that.
And that's being fair, and it could possibly be even greater than that, man. Depending with how quick Devontae and them read and Quez, dude.
Telling you,
sky's the limit.
We got
sky's the limit.
We got a guy like Travis Fulgham coming off the bench, and we have 2 very serviceable tight ends in Ertz and Goddard. Yeah, I mean he's got weapons.
I think it's fine, Slay, to be a bit more realistic because he really wants to see us win 13, 17 games. It's a young, unproven team. Personally, I expect us to be in a lot of close games.
There's a fire outside. It's really bad out there.
On the 15th?
The air is closed because of the fire down
Oh, shoot. There's a fire, guys. Fire on the freeway. Oh man, I hate fire season, man. We had a bad fire up here one time on the freeway on the Cajon over here in California, and literally people had to run down the freeway because their cars were being burnt to a crisp.
Oh wow, dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was, the videos were wild on the news, man.
They're probably exploding, and once they hit the gas line. Yeah, that's intense.
We pretty much had to shut down. I couldn't go to work and none of that stuff because it was just crazy. Hey, Birdman, I for one, Philadelphia Eagles are not going to the Super Bowl.
We never said they were
this year. This year,
You never said they were.
Sam, don't worry about the Philadelphia Eagles. The Titans need to be going. You guys are more well. You guys were just in the playoffs, even though I think they got beat by the Chiefs, right? Was it the Chiefs that beat them, or was it Buffalo?
I thought it was Buffalo.
Yeah, the Buffalo smacked you guys.
Yeah,
And they shut down King Henry. So you guys got to figure out how you're going to combat that. I never said Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. We're just worried about the division. Titans need to be in that Super Bowl. I rather the Titans be in there. I don't want to see no damn Chiefs, man.
Yeah, we're not like Cowboys fans. We don't think we're going to the Super Bowl every year.
I think there's a lot of other fans who think 3-6 is realistic, though. Slay is in the middle of the pack. I clearly see potential. I'm not denying that. And I've clearly said many times this team can win the division. Nitro Freak has never said that, but 14 and 13 wins, that's way out of the ballpark. Yeah, I don't know who's saying the 13-14. It's pretty insane. We can all agree we want this team to go 17-0, though. OFC Philly Insider Podcast. What's up, Big Play Slay? Oh, Philly girl in the house. How's it going? Shout out to the ladies. Where's my song at? Where's my song? Let's see. We handed the division to Dallas, right? And they had Andy Dalton, which has been to the playoffs many times. Not Dak. Major difference between freaking Andy Dalton and Dak Prescott. Is there, though? They both been to the playoffs. They both been to the playoffs, though. And dude, if you look at there was a lot of winnable games, man. Just go back, dude. Hello, Sam Bell. What you think of the Angeline pickup? Angeline, I like it. Stash him on the practice squad for now.
He's a tight end, a backup tight end. I think his name is.
Oh wait, that we just picked up today, or
no? It was a day or two ago.
Oh, okay. Actually, I really don't know much about him.
Yeah,
I
don't either. Carrie Angeline. That's right.
There you go. Carrie Angeline. North Carolina State tight end, 6'6", 250, got waived by Arizona. I think a few weeks ago we signed him Monday, and Groom went on IR. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he'll be out there. Do we play Thursday or Friday?
Friday.
Okay, so maybe he'll be out there Friday. Maybe he can show something. I had Angeline as a potential 7th round pick for us in one of my mocks. We undrafted, I believe. Washington won the division, but a 7-9 LOL. Anyone can win the division, but I'd rather pick a team in Dallas who I'm not saying is the fave, but they have a better chance than everyone else right now. You can't. Slay, once again, Slay. You don't know what Dak is going to be. Are you saying that this is his rookie year and he's going to win 13 games? You do not know what Dak is going to do. Perfect example is that you don't know who's going to be in charge of when he comes back and if he's healthy. Carson Wentz, I believe he made the decision to come back early, and it was a total disaster. If what they're saying is true and Dak is truly hurt, do not play him for 3 weeks until he's completely healthy. You want to put him out there on against Tampa Bay, and he could possibly be out for a month or two. Then you go right ahead. But they are going to take Dak very slowly. He's not going to throw all those yards right away. It's gonna take time. But who's not going to take time? Go ahead.
I was going to say I didn't mean to cut you off. What I was going to say was I wouldn't be overly surprised if we don't even see Dak week 1. Just for the mere fact that
we might not even see him when we play him on the third week. That could be a possibility. But even Mark Holmes could agree. Like he wants to be out there, right? Yeah, everybody wants to be out there. But the thing is that, are you willing to risk further injury? You have to put that in perspective. Dak got paid, so it doesn't matter if he gets injured. Oh well, he got paid just like Carson. Didn't matter if he got injured. He got paid. The man is paid. The man put up horrible numbers, but he's paid. we paid him, and I think we paid him too soon. If you ask me. Sam Bell saying, "What's up, Philly girl?" If we do well enough the first 11 weeks and seal some close games, we're in good shape. Just want to see us control our division destiny heading into those final weeks with almost the division games. And I believe it was Fuego, Philly Mike. We were on a late show and we were talking about that. And the magic number for the first 6 games, if we can go 3-3 in the beginning of the season, that is going to do wonders, especially with the division.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to be great because especially with the division in the back burner, we don't know what's going to happen with all the quarterbacks and all that stuff. So we're going to be in prime position in December and all that to still make a run, believe it or not. Even Mike was saying, even if we go 2-4, we still have a shot because you got to remember, Chiefs and Tampa are in there. So my winnable games to me, like I said, was Atlanta, very winnable. San Francisco, very winnable because they're not so sold on Jimmy G. I'm not sold on Jimmy G. I know the rest of the people are good. They great defense, the whole nine, but it goes down to Jimmy G. You make Jimmy G make mistakes, interceptions, and we capitalize on that. Josh Sweat, Brandon Graham, Fletch, the boys are coming. They're going to go for Jimmy G. So that's another winnable game. And I even think Dallas is a winnable game because I don't know what Dak is. I don't know what's going to happen. So that might be winnable. But besides that one, it would be the Carolina game. And those are if we can get those 3 guys. Here we go. That's in the beginning. Right. You know, probably people have us just losing every game in the beginning because everything is so new. But I think those games, I think it's fair to say that those are winnable games, guys.
Definitely.
Speaking of hype videos, where are they all? Who's got them? Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some new intros. I'm gonna try to get in contact with one of my friends that does videos, because I want to, spark it up. I want to get it all going for the season and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure Fuego might be having some new hype video. Gotta head out, but great stream. All right, man. We'll see you. Stay in contact, man. Hit that like on the way out and be safe out there. Philly girl prepping a big one as usual, like my Phillies and Sixers. There you go. And like my We Want Dallas hype. Yeah, there. Yep. I can't wait to see it, man. Great deal, PIP. I've been waiting. PIP, are you done with PIP? Yeah, you know me. Other than the Chiefs and Bucks, I think we should be in every single game, and I could see them being in the Bucks game as well. If I'm not personally being honest, yeah, we could be in every game. Yeah, but we didn't win those close games. We still lost. There's a big difference between Dak and Dalton. The question is whether there will still be a difference with Dak hurt.
Very good point.
There's a difference, but we can look at the history of Philadelphia. No matter if our starter goes out, they always have a fighting chance with backup quarterbacks, and that's the way it's been in Philadelphia. You could go down the list of the backup quarterbacks, and there's always still a fighting chance. So I'm not going to give an excuse for Dallas just because they had a backup quarterback. I mean, for crying out loud, we won a Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. Goddamn, bro, I'm starting to hate myself this offseason. I'm defending the freaking – yeah, man. What's wrong with you, Slate? Let me – there.
You should. No, I'm just kidding.
Here,
Slate.
Get the closest belt in your room and do this. Yeah, give me some of that. What's up, Howie Roseman?
That's a recording of me earlier.
Ironic that Carson came back early and started his decline versus the team he would eventually join. Right.
And he's already back at practice. He's already looks like he's running around, cutting.
Boys for life. Dak not play week 1. What the f?
Hey,
The
your boy,
reason that
his
Go ahead.
shoulder injury, from what I've been hearing, and I think we've all had them. His shoulder injury is it's coming from him recovering from the ankle, from the leg injury, and he's overcompensating with his arm or something to that degree. So
well, here's the thing too, that you know you got to think Dak has been locked down, like a caged animal. He's watching his football team lose games and all that stuff. So you got to think that he's very geeked to get out there, and he has the blood in the water. He wants to be out there, man. He wants to, he got his contract, so he's very eager to be on that field. But the only thing is with that is that when I was talking to Mark Holmes is that, your mind knows what happened with your body as far as the surgery goes. You kind of like walking a little different. I mean, yeah, he's doing great out there in practice and all that, but when you put a little bit too much mustard on the hot dog, that might be going on right there. But this is on him. If he makes the decision because he's so eager to get on the field and he risks further injury, maybe he's got to wait a little bit longer on his shoulder for a few weeks. It's on him. But like Mark Holmes said, that he's no player's really 100%. So it's going to be basically if Dak can play through, if it's a soft tissue or whatever, and they're going to kind of change it for him where he's not going to throw for 50, his numbers are going to probably be at 30. Because I think, let me ask you, Fuego, do you think they're going to kind of do a pitch count on him if he does play against Tampa? Because they're going to want his shoulder. They don't want him to throw necessarily 50 bombs out there because it's still nagging him, so I think he might be on a pitch count for a little bit because they need him for 17 games. This is a longer season. They need him for 17 games. So like I said, it's not because I don't want Dak. I want Dak to, if I play Dak Prescott, if the Eagles play Dak Prescott, I just don't want to hear any excuses that it's bothering him. That's all I'm saying. He did play the Philadelphia Eagles, and there was something wrong with his shoulder. I believe it was towards the back or whatever. And, so it is what it is. We still beat him, but he had that nagging injury, what I'm saying. So the thing is, if it's something similar, I mean, what are you going to do? I'm going to be happy because I beat a beaten down Dak. No, I want 100% Dak. Well, I know it's not going to be 100, but I want the best Dak on the field. I don't want a Dak that's a so-so Dak just because he's got to save the team or whatever.
Yeah, well, and to answer your question, do I think
I have never had a shoulder issue? Have you, Fuego?
Yes, I have. Yeah,
you know what? I'll say this. Okay, have you ever, you went to a picnic or whatever, and everybody wants to play football, right? So and you're like, well, I want to be quarterback. And then so you're quarterback and you haven't thrown in so long that you just keep throwing these bombs, and then you freaking throw your shoulder out. I've done that plenty of times because it's been such a long time since I threw the pigskin. So maybe it's kind of the similar situation, but Dak has to be throwing. I don't know how many times he's throwing, but they throw hundreds of times in a day.
Yeah.
So
to go back to your question about do I think they're going to keep him on a pitch count, not necessarily in a way that if he gets to a certain amount of passes, they're going to pull him out of the game. No, I don't think so. What I think they're going to do, I think they're going to try to be more run heavy. They're definitely
right.
And that's going to be interesting to see how that kind of plays out for them because defenses are the secondary for the Buccaneers week 1. They know that Dak's not going to throw any bombs. There's no way that he's going to throw deep down the field. If his shoulder is not 100%, there's no way that the coaching staff will put him in that sort of a position. So they can play down the box more. They're going to be able to shut Zeke down more. The run game, they're just going to be able to keep everything in front of them for the most part and not have to worry about him throwing. It's just like when teams play against a guy that that couldn't throw the ball very far. Like who doesn't throw the ball very well as far as a deep ball? Like Jimmy G. Like Jimmy G doesn't throw his arm strength is not the greatest. Like Alex Smith.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
more of the intermediate to 20-yard, 30-yard throws. They're not going to throw it 50 to 60 yards down the field. So I don't think
Sam's at.
I don't think they're going to keep Dak on a pitch count to say.
So
but
it may I think it's a little bit of the pitch count, but I think I believe I know what you're saying. So I think that they don't want necessarily to him throw like 40, 50 yarders. Let's keep it within the 25, 30 range. So I get that, where it's not so strenuous on the shoulder, because
right.
when you're launching on, I mean, of course, if someone's wide open, he's gonna take it. But I know they prefer him not to. So that's
Right.
why I think they'll probably keep it in the numbers, keep the short, do your slants and all that stuff, and be a little bit more run heavy. So I agree with you that. Howie Roseman, can you please Mitch YouTube channel in the chat? So I guess they're asking for Mitch's channel. Let's see. Thanks, Howie. Oh my God, Dallas fan in the chat. Here we go. I'm piecing. All right, Howie. Thanks for tuning in, man. We'll talk to you later, man. And keep getting those trade numbers. I mean, get us some draft capital here. I tore my shoulder as a pitcher. I know about shoulder injuries, and what he has, and what I had as a college pitcher. I pitched a whole season with it torn. Did you have to? What do you call it? What did they give him shots like to numb the areas before you, like on game day, so it doesn't bother you?
They could do a cortisone shot. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, cortisone shot.
Yeah.
Did you have that done to you? I tore my shoulder. Okay.
I had one of those done to me in high school when I tore my shoulder up.
So Boys for Life saying that him and Dak had the similar injury, right, with the shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he's trying. Yeah, that's what he's trying to say. He's saying he played through it as a pitcher.
What's good, Boys for Life from Philly Girl? What's up, Boys for Life from Sam? What's up, Sam? Philly Girl. Hey, Boys for Life. Is JP on the New Orleans Saints leaving the TTC? Is that true? Sam Bell. It seems like there are members of the TTC who are leaving, and some who are trying to make it better since it got so twisted over the last 2 years. I took 8. Oh shit! I took 8. Holy cow, dude! I took 8 ibuprofen every Saturday. I didn't tell the coaches I taught, and I tore my labrum and still was pitching mid-high 80s. Damn.
Wow, that's impressive.
Man, I don't know if I could take 8, bro. Like, I feel freaking loopy as hell, man. I mean, did you mix in a monster drink with that? Jesus. Like, boom. That's pretty good. Well, I don't know if they're gonna let Dak take ibuprofen, 8 of them, but we'll see. But man, probably maybe
if having any pain, they'll give him something stronger than that. They'll give him a muscle relaxer.
Yeah, all the goats, man. Well, I didn't know we were gonna go this long, but shout out to everybody that tuned in, and shout out to Boys for Life, Sam, Philly Girl, Slay, Howie. Who else is it? Wasn't
everybody?
I think I said Sam. But shout Philly Insider, yeah. So, and shout out to Fuego. With that injury, maybe you should take that 8 ibuprofen like Boys for Life here.
Yeah, I definitely have already been taking some of that.
Let's see. Footles can definitely get in the MLB with those guns of muscles right there. Before you go, read my last comment. Oh, yeah, I got it. I took 2 before I threw. I took 2 before I warmed up pitching. I took 2 right before the game. Jesus.
Wow.
They're like, hey, I think if there was any agent, what do you call the people that are recruiting?
Oh yeah,
the MLB, any recruits were like, hey man, what's up with that guy right there? keeps popping the substance.
They probably just thought it was Tic Tacs or something.
Oh yeah, put him in the Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, this has been fun. We'll see you maybe this weekend. I don't know what guests I'll be having, but everybody have a good, blessed day, and I'll see what I'm going to do with this fire over here in Cali. I hope it's not too bad, but fire. But
Yeah, we got
it's always
fire.
fly.
We got
It's always
fires
fly,
out
Eagles fly, and Philly Fuego. Don't forget to sub him up, subscribe, and get some rest tonight, man.
Definitely
All right,
will.
Peace out.
Peace, y'all.
Thank you.